Chapter 306. Powerful Sect Master, Elders Guild. Yang Hongwu's eyes flashed coldly. Yang Hongwu had never met the Sect Master of Sky Dragon Sect. He thought that the Sect Master was a reasonable person, but it turned out that the Sect Master was not a good person. Don't talk to me about Sect Master or Elders Guild. No one can stop me if I want to take Xiao away, Yang Hongwu said coldly. Get out of my way. If you don't, I won't be polite. I won't. I can't disobey my master's order unless you defeat me, Chong Qing Tian said stubbornly, shaking his head. This is my duty. Please forgive me. Since you say so, I'll have to defeat you. Yang Hongwu moved. The cultivation technique he displayed was precisely the rushing thunder hand. A big hand grabbed out, lightning flashed, and his figure was extremely fast. When he grabbed, there was a thunderous sound, which made people's hearts tremble. Chong Qing Tian was shocked by the thunderous sound and paused for a moment. However, it was this moment of weakness that Yang Hongwu's hand grabbed Chong Qing Tian's throat. You've lost, Yang Hongwu said. Cough, cough. So fast. Chong Qing Tian coughed, his eyes flashing with shock. He was a first-step primordial spirit realm expert, and his strength was not comparable to ordinary people. In Sky Dragon Sect, there was only one person who was more outstanding than him, and that was Long Tianyi. Even Hu Xiao was not as good as him. Yang Hongwu did not kill him and threw him aside. I'll spare your life this time. If you had the intention to kill me, you would have lost your head. Thank you, Chong Qing Tian said. I've completed my task. Junior sister Xiao is in the Lotus Pavilion. There are formations and restrictions there. You have to be careful. Thank you for your reminder. A mere formation and restriction can't stop me. Yang Hongwu did not put it in his eyes. In the morning Soul Mountain Range, he had seen all kinds of formations and restrictions. He had his own trump card, the restriction-breaking pill. Now that he had concocted a perfect grade 6 restriction-breaking pill, although he had yet to concoct a grade 7 restriction-breaking pill, a grade 6 restriction-breaking pill was enough in the ancient desolate mainland. There were restriction-breaking pills for restrictions and formation-breaking pills for formations. There was no need to worry about these problems. Yang Hongwu walked into Green Lotus Peak. No one dared to stop him as he walked. Even if someone saw Yang Hongwu, they didn't stop him. It was as if they didn't see him. What surprised Yang Hongwu was that the Green Lotus Pavilion was Yang Hongwu. This surprised Yang Hongwu. After asking the Green Lotus Pavilion, he found out that Hu Xiao was very popular in Green Lotus Peak. After Hu Xiao was placed under house arrest in Green Lotus Peak, everyone pleaded for her. However, Hu Qinglian did not agree at all. Those who pleaded for her were punished to varying degrees. The Green Lotus Pavilion was Hu Qinglian's youngest disciple. She was a most favored disciple besides Hu Xiao. However, she was punished for pleading for her. Senior brother Yang, I'll take you to senior sister. Just tell me where she is. Otherwise, I'll implicate you. Yang Hongwu looked at the cute Green Lotus Pavilion. He could not bear to see her being punished by Hu Qinglian for showing him the way. I'm not afraid. Master cares about me a lot. She won't punish me severely. After talking, Yang Hongwu found out that the Green Lotus Pavilion was called Hu Ping. She was an orphan. Yang Hongwu loved her even more. All right, you come with me. Hu Qinglian is indeed not a good person. She's really abominable. How can she treat her own niece like this? She wants to push her into a pit of fire. Yang Hongwu remembered what Hu Qinglian did to him. It was really hateful. If he did not have the minor shift talisman, he would have died at her hands. And that's fine. I want to go outside, but they won't let me. They say I'm too young and too weak. Hu Ping, said with dissatisfaction. How am I young? Also, my cultivation has reached the 3rd level of the mysterious embryo realm. Many senior brothers and sisters are no match for me. Yang Hongwu was really surprised by the Green Lotus Pavilion's cultivation. Her aptitude was really amazing. One must know that she was only 15 years old. However, he could not see through her constitution. It seemed that her aptitude was extraordinary. He wondered what kind of constitution she had. Under Hu Ping's lead, Yang Hongwu quickly arrived at the Lotus Pavilion where Hu Xiao was under house arrest. From afar, He could see a courtyard on water in the center of the lake. Hu Xiao was sitting in front of a tea table in the courtyard. There was a zither on the tea table. The zither music was filled with sorrow. Yang Hongwu could tell that Hu Xiao had been wronged. Damn it, this old woman was really too despicable. Yang Hongwu was about to use his movement technique to enter the courtyard on water. However, he was stopped by Hu Ping. She said, "Senior brother Yang, don't be anxious. There are formations and restrictions here. If you rashly barge in, you will be trapped in the formations." Seeing how anxious Yang Hongwu was, Hu Ping jumped in fright. This senior brother of hers was too rash and too anxious. Her master had specially set up formations and restrictions in this place to prevent senior sister Xiao from leaving or outsiders coming to take senior sister Xiao away. However, from his anxious expression, one could tell that senior sister Xiao had not misjudged him. It proved that he was very worried about senior sister Xiao. Mere formations and restrictions can't stop me. Yang Hongwu smiled. Although the formations and restrictions here might be considered good in the ancient desolate continent, they were still insufficient in front of him. The strength of the restriction-breaking pill and the formation-breaking pill was beyond the imagination of ordinary people. As long as it wasn't some extremely tricky or ancient formations and restrictions, they were useless in front of him. As Yang Hongwu spoke, he leapt into the air and landed on the surface of the water. He treaded on the surface of the water like a dragonfly, skimming the surface of the water. In just a few breaths, he entered the range of the array formation. Just as he was about to touch the array formation and the restriction, Yang Hongwu shot out several pills from his hands. These pills emitted mysterious seals that integrated into the array formation and the restriction. In an instant, the array formation and the restriction on the Lotus Pavilion were removed. The whole process was extremely fast. It didn't even take a breath to complete. Seeing the formations and restrictions being removed so quickly, Hu Ping was stunned. What kind of method was this? Wasn't it a little too powerful? One had to know that her master, Hu Qinglian, was the most outstanding formation master and restriction master in the entire Sky Dragon sect. Not many people could break the formations and restrictions that she set up. Moreover, even the sect leader and Elder Mu would need some time to break the formations. Chapter 307. Meet, what are you standing there for? Let's go. Yang Hongwu saw that Hu Ping was still standing there in a daze and urged her. I'm coming. Hu Ping leaped gracefully like a little swallow. With a spin, she landed beside Yang Hongwu. Senior brother Yang, you're truly amazing. Master Spirit Formation is not easy to break. Yet, you managed to break it so easily. Of course. Come, let's go find your senior sister Xiao. Yang Hongwu saw Hu Xiao from afar. At this moment, Hu Xiao's brows were tightly knitted, and her complexion was somewhat pale. She appeared to be somewhat haggard. Seeing her, Yang Hongwu's heart ached. Xiao, Hu Xiao raised her head and looked at Yang Hongwu. She was completely stunned. She muttered, "Am I dreaming again? I'm seeing you again." "No, you're not dreaming. Xiao, you're not dreaming. I'm really here." Yang Hongwu walked forward and grabbed Hu Xiao's hand. He said, "I'm sorry. I've wronged you. It's really you." Hu Xiao's eyes were filled with tears. Ever since Yang Hongwu had confessed to her and was willing to disregard everything for her, Hu Xiao's heart had truly landed on Yang Hongwu. You really came back to find me?" "Amen, that's right. I've returned. This time, I'll bring you with me. We'll leave together," Yang Hongwu said. Hu Xiao suddenly pushed Yang Hongwu away and said with an emotional tone, No, you have to leave quickly. Leave this place quickly. Otherwise, when Aunt returns, you won't be able to leave." "No, don't worry," Yang Hongwu said. "Since I've returned, I will definitely bring you with me. Furthermore, since I dared to come, it means that I have the confidence and ability to bring you with me." What arrogance! A voice sounded from afar. This voice was extremely familiar to Yang Hongwu. It was Hu Xiao's aunt, Hu Qinglian. "Aunt, Yang Hongwu, I've been waiting for you for a long time. You're finally here." Hu Qinglian walked over step by step and looked at Yang Hongwu as she said, I didn't expect you to be so weak. How could you destroy the array and restriction I set up so easily? If you and Xiao hadn't done this and offended Zitian, I would have taken you as my disciple. Accept me as a disciple? Yang Hongwu laughed and looked at Hu Qinglian with a mocking expression. Accept me as a disciple? Are you qualified? Who do you think you are? With that bit of ability of yours, are you worthy of being my master? Little bastard, you're courting death. When Hu Qinglian heard this, she could not help but fly into a rage. A long whip lashed towards Yang Hongwu. The long whip was extremely fast, like a long snake. The sound of breaking through the air was heard. The powerful force dispersed the air, and the impact of the chi force made whistling sounds. Yang Hongwu's eyes glittered with golden light as he activated his constitution. Mysterious dragons, 9 transformations, 5th transformation. Vigor technique, 9 transformation Yin Yang harmony art, 2 transformations of Yin Yang millstone. He raised his hands, and the power of Yin and Yang gathered between his hands to form a huge millstone. He then crushed it towards a long whip. That huge millstone was extremely fast, and its terrifying power was shocking. Hu Qinglian's long whip was instantly sucked into the millstone, and with a creaking sound, the long whip was crushed to pieces. Hu Qinglian's face turned solemn. How could this little bastard be so powerful? His cultivation had reached the 5th level of the mysterious embryo realm. It had only been half a year since he left the Sky Dragon sect. How could his cultivation progress be so great? How could his cultivation speed be so terrifying? However, she did not have time to think about it. The huge millstone was crushing towards Hu Qinglian. Hu Qinglian shouted softly as a green lotus appeared behind her. This green lotus was Hu Qinglian's battle constitution anomaly. She was called Hu Qinglian because her battle constitution anomaly was a green lotus. A force gathered in her hands, and this force kept increasing. It suddenly erupted and rushed towards Yang Hongwu's Yin Yang millstone. Boom! With a loud sound, the green lotus collided with Yang Hongwu's Yin Yang millstone and exploded. The shocking force blew up the pond outside the courtyard. A huge splash of water splashed out. The lotuses in the pond were dismembered. Fish after fish were also blasted out. Some of them were smashed into pieces. The originally incomparably beautiful courtyard was completely destroyed and turned into a mess. Hu Qinglian was shaken back a few steps, and Yang Hongwu was also knocked back. He retreated to the pillar, and only when he stepped on the pillar did he stop retreating. Looking at Hu Qinglian, Yang Hongwu was a little surprised. This old lady was not weak at all. She should be best at formations and restrictions. Now, without using formations or restrictions, she has such combat strength. It seems that I have underestimated the Sky Dragon sect. If Hu Qinglian was already so powerful, wouldn't it be even more difficult to deal with that old bastard Gong Sun Hung and that bastard sect leader Fang Xin? However, although it was troublesome, Yang Hongwu was not a person who was afraid of trouble. Since he was already here, he must not back down. Moreover, he had not used his trump card yet. Yang Hongwu, are you okay? Seeing Yang Hongwu being sent flying, Hu Xiao quickly rushed to Yang Hongwu's side and asked with concern. Seeing this scene, Hu Qinglian's face turned even paler. She was also very shocked. This little bastard's strength had increased so quickly, and his combat strength was so abnormal. Hu Qinglian was a little regretful. However, things had already come to this point, and it was absolutely impossible to change. Hu Xiao must marry Zitian. She must marry him. Yang Hongwu must die. There could not be any mistakes in the grand plan. Xiao come here, Hu Qinglian said angrily. Aunt, can you just let us go? Hu Xiao looked at her aunt and said with tears in her eyes, Why? Why did you care about me so much in the past? Why do you have to force me to marry someone I don't like? What do you know? What ability does this little bastard have to be your man? What ability does he have to be compared to Zitian? Do you know that Zitian is a person who was born according to the destiny of heaven and earth? He is destined to be the ruler of the entire ancient desolate continent, and even the strongest person in the entire ancient region. He is your true home. Yang Hongwu, this little bastard, is just a passerby, a person who is destined to die, Hu Qinglian said angrily. What destiny? What a joke. Yang Hongwu was amused. He thought so highly of Zetian and described himself as a useless person. Zetian's strength was not bad, but he was destined to meet a tragic end when he encountered Yang Hongwu. Zetian had never been able to gain an advantage in front of Yang Hongwu. Chapter 308. Warlord Sun Hung. What was Zetian worth? Without the Z family and the Qingyan sect, he was nothing. He was just born in a good environment. If he was born in a different environment, he would be nothing but trash. What arrogance, you little b*****. Do you think you can compare to Zetian? What's your cultivation? You're only at the mysterious embryo realm. Zetian has already advanced to the 4th step of the primordial soul realm and is trying to break through to the 1st layer of the primordial soul realm. What ability do you have to compare to Zetian? What do you have to compare to Zetian? In terms of identity, status, and cultivation, which part of you can compare to him? Hu Qinglian heard Yang Hongwu's words and said loudly. Her tone was very sharp and unkind. Do you think you're worthy of Xiao? If it weren't for your flowery words and underhanded methods, how could Xiao have been bewitched by you? However, all of this isn't a problem. As long as I kill you, Xiao will definitely know how good Zetian is and that I'm doing this for her sake. No, Andy, I definitely won't let you kill Yang Hongwu. If he dies, I die too. If you want to kill him, you'll have to step over my dead body first. At this moment, Hu Xiao stood in front of Yang Hongwu and looked at her aunt. Her tone was very firm as she said, in this lifetime, I only want Yang Hongwu. If he lives, I live. If he dies, I die. You're really infuriating me. Everything I've said to you these past few days has been in vain. Hu Qinglian was so angry that she was trembling. No matter what, that little B****starred Yang Hongwu has to die. You must also marry Zetian. As she spoke, Hu Qinglian reached out and grabbed Hu Xiao. How could Yang Hongwu let her do as she wished? He pulled Hu Xiao behind him and flicked his finger. Jingshun finger, a finger that could frighten ghosts and gods. A terrifying finger appeared once again. The terrifying power could frighten ghosts and gods. Even space shattered, unable to withstand this terrifying power. Boom! Hu Qinglian's right hand was shattered by this terrifying finger, turning into nothingness and continuing to spread. Hu Qinglian was extremely frightened. She hurriedly chopped off her right arm. She was indescribably shocked. What kind of martial skill was this? It was so terrifying. Shocked and angry, Hu Qinglian glared at Yang Hongwu. Little bastard, what kind of sorcery is this? Demonic arts, huh? Do you think demonic arts are demonic arts just because you say so? Old aunt, there are many things you don't know. Let me tell you, this is a martial skill that surpasses the heaven tier. It is a legendary immortal technique and emperor technique. It is not something you can come into contact with. What do you think it is? Could Zetian learn it? Does Zetian have such a powerful immortal method or emperor art? Yang Hongwu said in a clear voice, Old grandaunt, I'll spare your life on account of you being Xiao'er's aunt. Your arm is your punishment. Yang Hongwu turned to Hu Xiao'er and said, Xiao'er, let's go. Leave this place. Today, no one can stop us. If gods block us, we'll kill them. If devils block us, we'll exterminate them. Don't even think about leaving. Hu Qinglian was furious. One of her arms had been destroyed by Yang Hongwu. How could Hu Qinglian not be angry about losing an arm? How could she be willing to let Yang Hongwu and Hu Xiao'er leave? At this moment, her hatred for Yang Hongwu had reached an extreme. Little bastard, you destroy my arm. If I don't kill you, I swear I'm not human. With that, Hu Qinglian rushed toward Yang Hongwu again. Her aura had risen, and it was faintly showing signs of breaking through to the primordial soul 4th step. Yang Hongwu was surprised. Hu Qinglian's strength was at the early stage of the primordial soul 3rd step, and it was very unstable. It was obvious that she had just advanced. Now that she had used a secret technique, her strength was faintly showing signs of breaking through to the primordial soul fourth step. Old ant, are you looking for death? Yang Hongwu said, since you're so stubborn, I'll give you a taste of my own medicine. I'll show you the real Jingshan finger. Jingshan finger, one finger to frighten ghosts and gods. It was this finger again. Hu Qinglian was shocked and kept retreating to avoid this terrifying attack. She threw out something in her hand. It was a green-skinned gourd. This green-skinned gourd blocked Yang Hongwu's terrifying finger. With a muffled sound, the green-skinned gourd exploded. Hu Qinglian was angry and distressed. This green-skinned gourd was a rare treasure, and now it had been destroyed by Yang Hongwu. Damn it, this little bastard. How could he have such a terrifying technique? I'll show you the second move. Yang Hongwu looked at Hu Qinglian, who was retreating, and snorted. Since she was so persistent, she couldn't blame him. Jingshan finger, second finger, slay gods and demons. A finger shuttled through the void, slaying gods and demons. Who could resist it? Little bastard, you deserve to die. Just as the finger was about to hit Hu Qinglian, a voice sounded. A long sword flew out and blocked the terrifying finger. The person who blocked the finger trembled and let out a muffled groan. He retreated far away, but he also saved Hu Qinglian. These few actions happened in a breath's time. Hu Xiao'er didn't even have time to react. When Hu Xiao'er came back to her senses, she realized that her beloved's strength had increased to such a level. Her aunt was far from being his opponent. A person walked out from the shadows in the distance. It was the person who was defeated by Yang Hongwu. This person was none other than Gong Suanheng, whom Yang Hongwu hated to the bone. He was the one who forced Elder Gao to his death and drove him out of the Sky Dragon sect. Gong Suanheng, little bastard, your strength has improved so fast. This time you're going to die. I can't let you live. Gong Suanheng was shocked when he received Yang Hongwu's attack. The power of this attack was so terrifying that it was filled with the power of divine destruction. This secret technique was too terrifying. Yang Hongwu, this little bastard's improvement was too shocking. How long had it been? It had only been half a year. In just half a year, he had grown from an ant that Gong Suanheng could casually crush to such a level. If I don't kill him now, I'm afraid that I won't be his opponent in 2 years. At that time, will I still have a chance to live? Thinking of this, Gong Suanheng shuddered. This little bastard, I can't let him live. I can't let him live. Old Gong Suanheng, you're really arrogant. Yang Hongwu laughed. He had just used the second finger of Jingshan finger, which consumed a lot of energy. He didn't expect that Gong Suanheng would be able to withstand it. His strength was beyond his expectation. It seemed that Gong Suanheng had hidden his strength well in the Sky Dragon sect. He was probably stronger than the Zonglao in the library. Yang Hongwu guessed that the Zonglao was also at the primordial spirit realm of the fourth step. However, he should only be at the early stage. Gong Sun was definitely at the middle stage of the primordial spirit realm of the fourth step. Otherwise, how could he have withstood his attack? Yang Hongwu recovered quickly. In just a few breaths' time, he was back to his peak state again. This was all thanks to Nini. Chapter 309. Overpowering defeat. Gong Suanheng raised his sword and stabbed towards Yang Hongwu. The speed of the attack was astonishingly fast, bringing with it a terrifying sword chi. Yang Hongwu, who was enveloped by the sword chi, looked a bit grim. That old bastard Gong Sun was indeed powerful. If Yang Hongwu hadn't obtained that pill in the Soul Morning Mountain range and refined it, he wouldn't have been able to resist it at all. Unless he used the Ninth Heaven Mysterious Een Pagoda, he wouldn't have a chance. However, he didn't need to use the Ninth Heaven Mysterious Een Pagoda to kill Gong Suanheng. Apart from the Ninth Heaven Mysterious Een Pagoda, he had another immortal weapon, the Nine Dragons Battle Blade. He held the long blade in his hand. The Nine Dragons Battle Blade was an immortal weapon refined by the Morning Soul Emperor. It combined the characteristics of the Nine Yang Furnace and the Divine Dragon Demon-Suppressing Talisman, making it extremely powerful. It had a terrifying suppressive force and unpredictable power. Nine Dragons Battle Blade. Let's have a good fight today. You must be very excited to taste blood for the first time. Let's cut through the nine heavens together in the future. Yang Hongwu stroked the blade gently, as if he didn't see Gong Sun Heng's attack. The Nine Dragons battle blade made a buzzing sound as if it was responding to Gong Sun Heng. Yang Hanwu, be careful. At this moment, Hu Xiao panicked and shouted. On the other side, Hu Qinglian smiled. This little bastard is dead. Gong Sun Heng attacked with his full strength, which is not a small matter. He is much stronger than me. In the Heavenly Dragon sect, there are not many people who can fight with Gong Sun Heng. Only the old man in the library and the great elder, Old Mu. But the old man in the library does not care about worldly affairs. As for Old Mu, it is because of Mu Serene. Seeing that the long sword was about to pierce Yang Hongwu's body, Yang Hongwu moved. He waved the war saber in his hand and released a terrifying saber chi, which transformed into a golden dragon. Its might was astonishing, as if a divine dragon had descended into the world. The dragon's might was impressive. Bang! The blade chi and sword chi collided. The light was so dazzling that people couldn't open their eyes. How was this possible? Gong Sun Heng and Hu Qinglian could hardly believe their eyes when they saw that Yang Hongwu had managed to block such a terrifying attack. Gong Sun Heng, in particular, was horrified. This little bastard. His attack was more than enough to kill a third-step primordial soul realm warrior, but this little bastard was only in the mystic embryo realm. No matter how heaven-defying he was, it was impossible for him to block it. Immortal item. Gong Sun Heng's eyes lit up as he stared at the saber in Yang Hongwu's hand. This battle saber was actually an immortal artifact. That's right, only an immortal artifact could possess such might. If he could obtain this immortal weapon, his strength would increase tremendously. At that time, who would be his match in the entire ancient desolate mainland? Even if it were the leaders of the 4 great academies, he would be able to kill them. He could truly become the overlord of the ancient desolate mainland. Little bastard, I didn't expect you to have such a treasured saber. Gong Sun Heng said, this should be an immortal artifact. If I leave it with you, it will be a waste. You don't deserve to have it. Give it to me, and I can spare your life. As he spoke, Gong Sun Heng waved his sword again, and a sword chi shot out. His left hand turned into a huge claw and grabbed at Yang Hongwu's right wrist, trying to snatch the Nine Dragons battle saber from Yang Hongwu's hand. Yang Hongwu sneered. He was courting death. Did he think it was so easy to snatch his battle saber? Who did he think he was? A supremacy or a great emperor? He wasn't even in the primordial soul realm, and yet he dared to snatch his immortal artifact. Unless it was a supremacy or a great emperor, no one would have the strength to snatch his battle saber. Yang Hongwu executed his movement technique. After taking a few steps back, he held the battle saber with both hands. Raging dragon breaks the sky. With a loud roar, the battle saber slashed down heavily. A terrifying sword chi was released, and it turned into a huge true dragon. The true dragon roared, and the anger of the true dragon shook the heavens and the earth. The true dragon opened its mouth and let out a roar, forming a terrifying force that rushed out. It was like the roar of the sea, and the earth lost its color. In the face of this terrifying force, Gong Sun Heng was shocked. In a breath's time, the terrifying force hit his body. He used all his strength to resist this terrifying attack. The long swords formed a sword formation to resist the earth-shattering force. Rumble. The ground was lifted, and the entire courtyard was blown up. The entire pond was destroyed, and the clear sky was filled with rain. In the rain, there were rocks, grass, fish, and prawns, and the smell of blood. The formation on Lotus Peak couldn't stop this terrifying force, and it spread out in all directions. The whole Sky Dragon sect was shaken. This force was so powerful. Gong Sun Heng's sword array was broken apart in an instant. His body was sent flying and landed heavily on the ground. He was in a sorry state. His clothes were in tatters, and his hair was in a mess. His face and body were stained with blood. He looked like a beggar. He was in a sorry state. Yang Hongwu didn't feel good either. It was the first time he used his strongest attack. The power of the Nine Dragons battle saber was beyond his imagination. The energy consumption was also very shocking. This time, all the energy in his body was drained. If it wasn't for Nini's support, Yang Hanwu wouldn't be able to use such a terrifying move. Otherwise, he would die from exhaustion. After recovering a little, Yang Hanwu walked towards Gong Sun Hung with his battle saber. Hu Qinglian, Hu Xiu'er, and the other disciples of Green Lotus Peak were stunned when they saw this scene. Some of the weaker disciples were injured by this powerful force. Chong Qing Tian, who hadn't left Green Lotus Peak, saw this scene. He saw that the person fighting Gong Sun Hung and Elder Gong Sun was Yang Hongwu. He didn't expect that Yang Hongwu's strength had reached such a level. This level of cultivation, perhaps even the most outstanding disciple of Sky Dragon Sect, the most outstanding genius, Long Tianyi, was far from being comparable. Chong Qing Tian felt bitter. Junior sister Hu Xiu'er's taste was really good. No wonder she didn't like him. Yang Hongwu was indeed much stronger than him. Although he was a moderate genius, in front of Yang Hongwu, he was like a firefly in front of the moon. The gap was too big. There was no comparison at all. What are you doing? Seeing Yang Hongwu approaching step by step, Gong Sun Hung was scared. What am I doing? Yang Hongwu said, don't you know? You killed Elder Gao and drove me out of Sky Dragon Sect. You should know your fate today. Chapter 310. Killing without hesitation. What's there to be afraid of? You can kill me, but I can't kill you? Sky Dragon Sect, humph. Now that Sky Dragon Sect has fallen into the hands of a bunch of vermin like you, the entire sect will be finished if this goes on. For the sake of Sky Dragon Sect, it's not too much to kill you. Your death might be a great benefit to Sky Dragon Sect. Yang Hongwu said, raising the battle blade in his hand. It's your fortune to die under my 9 dragons battle blade. Stop. At this moment, a voice came from afar. Yang Hongwu looked up. A figure appeared in the distance, moving quickly towards them. Stop. Yang Hongwu sneered. How could he stop? If he wanted to kill Gong Sun's son, no one could stop him. Ignoring him, Yang Hongwu swung the battle blade in his hand. With a crack, the battle blade chopped off Gong Sun Heng's head. Hu Qinglian felt a chill down her spine. Hu Xiu'er was stunned. Yang Hongwu killed Elder Gong Sun Hung in front of the sect lord. That was the sect lord of Sky Dragon Sect, and Elder Gong Sun was the person with the highest status in Sky Dragon Sect other than the sect lord and the great elder. He was killed in front of the Sky Dragon Sect's master, Feng Shun. Wasn't this a provocation to the Sky Dragon Sect? This was troublesome. Yang Hongwu and Sky Dragon Sect had completely fallen out, and the sect lord would not let him go. Yang Hongwu, junior brother Yang, leave quickly. Leave this place. Don't worry about me. I know you have a transmission talisman. Leave this place. Thinking of the seriousness of the matter, Hu Xiu'er's tone became very agitated. She quickly came to Yang Hongwu's side, pushed him and said, that is the sect master. You killed Elder Gong Sun in front of the sect master. Things are very troublesome now. Although Yang Hongwu killed Gong Sun Hung, and Gong Sun Hung was very strong, the sect lord was even stronger. Otherwise, how could he become the sect lord of Sky Dragon Sect? Moreover, Yang Hongwu must have consumed a lot of energy after such a big battle. How could he defeat sect leader Feng? Therefore, the only thought in Hu Xiu'er's mind was to get Yang Hongwu to leave as soon as possible. Otherwise, it would be too late. Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, it doesn't matter. Sect master, so what? Yang Hongwu was very curious about the sect master of the Heavenly Dragon Sect. He had never seen the sect master since he joined the Heavenly Dragon Sect. Even when he was slandered by the Heavenly Dragon Sect, the sect master did not appear. One must know that when Gao Zheng was killed, it was an elder of the law enforcement hall. Even when such an important person was killed, the sect master did not appear. Yang Hongwu only knew that the sect master of the Sky Dragon Sect was Feng Yang's uncle. When he had entered the Sky Dragon Sect, he had been targeted by Feng Yang, the nephew of the sect master. He wanted to see what kind of person this sect master was. What kind of ability did he have to become the sect master of the Sky Dragon Sect? Although the Sky Dragon Sect was inferior to the 4 great academies, its strength was still very impressive. It was said that the only disciple of the Sky Dragon Sect's sect master was called Long Tianyi. He was the most outstanding genius of the Sky Dragon Sect. He was the focus of the entire Sky Dragon sect's nurturing and the future successor of the Sky Dragon sect. Yang Hongwu was also very curious about Long Tianyi. How strong was he? Could he compare to the geniuses of the four great academies? Could he compare to Mo Rentian and the others? However, Yang Hongwu knew that although Long Tianyi's strength was good, there was still a gap between him and the geniuses of the four great academies. He might even be inferior to Zetian. Otherwise, the entire Sky Dragon sect wouldn't have used so many resources to rope in the Qingyun sect and Zetian. It was likely that Long Tianyi also had his own thoughts about this. He was the #1 genius of the Sky Dragon sect, yet the sect actually didn't focus on nurturing him. Instead, the sect's resources were used to nurture an outsider. If he were in Long Tianyi's shoes, he would also have such thoughts. When Fang Shan landed on the ground and saw that Yang Hongwu had actually killed Elder Gong Sun Hung right in front of him, Fang Shan was so angry that he was trembling. This little bastard was too despicable. He actually didn't take Fang Shan's words seriously at all. Fang Shan had asked him to stop, but he didn't stop. Instead, Fang Shan had chopped off Elder Gong Sun Heng's head right in front of him. Provocation. This was a blatant provocation. You actually killed him. You killed Elder Gong Sun Hung. I told you to stop. Didn't you hear me? Fang Shan's terrifying aura burst out. His aura was even more terrifying than Gong Sun Heng's. He was about to step into the primordial spirit realm and was only a step away from breaking through the shackles of the ancient desolate continent. As long as he was willing, he could break through the shackles of the primordial spirit realm and enter ancient domain. Why can't I kill him? Yang Hongwu retorted. He wanted to kill me, so I killed him. Those who kill will be killed. This is a matter of course. Also, who are you? Why do you have to order me around? Looking at Fang Shan, the sect leader of Sky Dragon sect, Yang Hongwu was unusually calm. Although Fang Shan was stronger than Gong Sun Hung, Yang Hongwu might not be a match for him if they were to fight. However, Yang Hongwu wasn't afraid of him. Even if he couldn't defeat him, escaping wouldn't be a problem for him. Therefore, after killing Gong Sun Hung, Yang Hongwu was extremely calm. What was there to be afraid of? Even if he was given another chance to choose, he wouldn't let Gong Sun Hung go. Such a person didn't deserve to live in this world. I'm a sect leader of Sky Dragon sect. As a disciple of Sky Dragon sect, you dare to kill the sect's supreme elder. Your crime is unforgivable. Fang Shan was really angry. His hand that was pointing at Yang Hongwu was trembling. Since he became the sect leader of Sky Dragon sect, everyone had to be respectful to him. Even the elders of the Elder Compound, Elder Mu, and Zong Lao had to be polite to him. This little bastard didn't put him in his eyes at all. This made Fang Shan's anger directly rush to his head. If he hadn't cultivated his mind to a certain level, he really couldn't help but directly kill Yang Hongwu. However, as the sect leader, he had to think about the whole sect and himself. He wouldn't kill Gong Sun Hung before the situation was clear. Although Gong Sun Hung was the supreme elder of Sky Dragon sect, his strength and status were very high and his influence was huge, but a dead expert was nothing. Moreover, Gong Sun Hung and Yang Hongwu had always been on bad terms, and he had even threatened Yang Hongwu several times. In fact, Yang Hongwu's killing of Gong Sun Hung was somewhat helpful to Yang Hongwu, as it solved a big problem for him. Chapter 311. Primordial Spirit Force, Disciple of Sky Dragon Sect? Yang Hongwu chuckled and mocked. I've been expelled long ago. I'm no longer a disciple of the Heavenly Dragon Sect. This time, I'm here to take away one person who's Xiao'er. She's my woman, but someone tried to stop me and even tried to kill me. I've never shown mercy to those who want to kill me. Not to mention, this old man tried to kill me and even killed Elder Gao Zhenggao. It's only right for me to kill him. Even if he's wrong, it's not up to you to interfere and kill him. Since you're not a disciple of Sky Dragon Sect, you've broken the rules of Sky Dragon Sect by force. Today, I'll keep you here and put you in the water prison of Sky Dragon Sect to await your punishment. You can wait to be captured, but if you don't blame me for being impolite. Fang Shan thought highly of himself and was a hypocrite. His words were very eloquent. Yang Hongwu despised him. Hypocrite. His words were better than a song. Don't talk too much. If you want to fight, let's fight. Yang Hongwu raised his long saber and pointed it at Fang Shun. I'd like to see what kind of ability you, Fang Shun, the sect leader of Sky Dragon sect, have. If you can't even defeat me, the so-called traitor of Sky Dragon sect, then I think you can go down. You brat, you don't know the immensity of heaven and earth. I'll teach you a lesson on behalf of your elders. Fang Shun's nose was crooked from anger. This brat, I've already said so much to give him a way out. But this brat didn't know how to appreciate my kindness and insisted on fighting with me. How hateful. Fang Shun's right hand slightly bent and clenched into a fist. He suddenly punched towards Yang Hongwu. An invisible force condensed on his fist, forming a bright light. The surrounding air was pierced through, forming a vacuum. The fist force made the surrounding air ripple like water. Yang Hongwu's face was very solemn. This punch did not seem very powerful, but Yang Hongwu could feel the terror within it. Compared to the old man Gongsuan's attack, just now it was much stronger. He was indeed worthy of being the master of Sky Dragon sect. He had such a powerful strength and control of his power to such an extent. 9 Dragons Warblade, the power of the divine dragon, suppress everything. Yang Hongwu roared as he swung the warblade in his hand. This was the power of the dragon god demon suppressing talisman in the 9 Dragons Warblade. When the warblade slashed out, a golden dragon roared and turned into a huge golden talisman seal, forming the word suppress. Under the suppression of the word suppress, the frightening fist energy actually began to disperse. The power of the divine dragon demon suppressing talisman was so strong. Talisman treasure? How could a person like Fang Shun not see that this was the power of a talisman treasure? That warblade was very strange and was definitely an immortal weapon. However, this immortal weapon was integrated with a talisman treasure. Moreover, the talisman treasure's power attribute was completely preserved. The person who created this immortal weapon was very skillful. How could the talisman treasure's power be integrated so easily? Moreover, it was integrated into the warblade so perfectly that no trace of the talisman treasure could be seen on the warblade. It contained a mysterious energy. Emperor technique, that's an emperor technique. Could this immortal weapon be created by a great emperor? What treasure? Fang Shun's eyes turned red. This was an immortal weapon created by a great emperor. If he could get his hands on it and comprehend the mysterious energy on it, his cultivation would be greatly improved. So what if he was in the primordial spirit realm? Even the heavenly god realm would not be a problem. He had to get his hands on this saber, comprehend the great emperor's law, the supreme profound art of emperor technique, and lead him to the supreme realm. Suppressing the excitement in his heart, Fang Shun looked at the talisman seal that had dispersed his attack. He did not dare to underestimate it and was on full alert. That was the technique of a great emperor. How could the power of a great emperor be taken lightly? He took a deep breath and unleashed all the energy in his body. He threw another punch. This time, he poured 90% of his strength into it. Although the emperor technique was powerful and the power of a great emperor was terrifying, it depended on who was using it. Yang Hongwu was only a mysterious embryo realm martial artist, level 5 mysterious embryo realm. He had not even reached the late mysterious embryo realm. Presumably, the previous attack had already consumed half of his strength. He would be out of strength if he threw another attack. However, Fang Shun did not expect that Yang Hongwu's techniques and trump cards were far more than that. If not for his true core force, Yang Hongwu could crush him. Yang Hongwu had already cultivated a primordial spirit. It was just that the strength of his physical body and true core force had not reached that level. This was the strength of the mind, refining heart sutra. Boom! The fist force exploded and pierced through space, forming a small black hole. This power was too strong. This was Fang Shun's strength. Even if 2 third-step primordial spirit realm experts were to attack together, they would still die. This punch contained a trace of the primordial spirit power. When the primordial spirit power was integrated into the fist force, it could shake one's mind and consciousness. This was the real killer move. Yang Hongwu had cultivated a primordial spirit. He was very sensitive to the primordial spirit power. He was much stronger than Fang Shun. Originally, if Fang Shun had only used his true core force to attack, his powerful strength, and his powerful martial techniques, he would have been a great threat to Yang Hongwu. He did not expect that this guy's true core force attack was just a facade. The real killer move was the primordial spirit power. Was that trace of primordial spirit power enough to deal with Yang Hongwu? It was not enough. It was far from enough. The primordial spirit in the spiritual abode moved under Yang Hongwu's consciousness. The primordial spirit power erupted. The primordial spirit opened its eyes suddenly and flicked out a finger. Jingshan finger, a finger that could frighten ghosts and gods. The Jingshan finger was a primordial spirit secret technique. It was executed with the primordial spirit power. Only then would it have the greatest effect and power. The finger emitted a 7-colored light as it pointed out. The primordial spirit power of this finger struck Fang Shun's fist. Immediately, the primordial spirit power that he had gathered was scattered. Fang Shun's body swayed. His mind was severely injured. His face turned pale instantly. He looked at Yang Hongwu as if he had seen a ghost. Primordial spirit power. How can you have such a powerful primordial spirit power? This is impossible. You're only in the arcane embryo realm. How can you have the primordial spirit power? Chapter 312. Tion's doppelganger. You've already cultivated a primordial spirit and reached the primordial spirit realm? No, that's impossible. Your cultivation is only at the arcane embryo realm. You haven't even condensed a primordial spirit. Fang Shun didn't believe it. He could tell that his cultivation was only at the arcane embryo realm. This couldn't be faked. Is it because of this immortal artifact? I didn't expect a real immortal artifact refined by a great emperor to be so powerful. No matter what it is, do you still want to keep me here today? Yang Hongwu didn't deny it. He looked at Fang Shun and said coldly, Hu Xiao'er will come with me. As for you and Hu Qinglian, I'll let you off this time. The instigators of this matter aren't you, but Tian and Gong Sun Hung. After all, I was once a member of the Sky Dragon sect and received their training. You better take care of yourself. After Yang Hongwu finished speaking, he walked over, took Hu Xiao'er's hand, and led her outside. Sect Master, Elder Qinglian, Tian is here to escort the bride. At this moment, a disciple walked in quickly and reported. Yang Hongwu narrowed his eyes. Tian had actually come personally to escort the bride. It seemed that this battle would be brought forward. They couldn't wait until the genius competition. However, this was also good. So what if it was brought forward? Tian had thought that he had died in the Morning Soul Mountains. He would probably be very surprised to see him. Come, let's go meet Tian, Yang Hongwu said softly as he pulled Hu Xiao at her feet. Okay. Hu Xiao nodded obediently and followed Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu, you're dead meat. Tian is here. Tian's strength is not something you can imagine. He's a person who carries the will of heaven and destiny. His strength is not something you can imagine. Now that he has come out of seclusion, he should have broken through the shackles of primordial spirit fourth step. Although you are powerful, you are far from being his match. As soon as Hu Qinglian heard that Tian was here, she immediately became energetic. Of course, she didn't dare to call Yang Hongwu a little bastard. After all, Tian's strength was too terrifying. She was far from being his opponent. If she really angered him and he killed her, it wouldn't be a good thing. You don't have to worry about that, Tian. I want to see how much Tian has grown. I remember that in the Morning Soul Mountains, Tian was suppressed by Mo Ran Tian to the point that she didn't even dare to breathe. Yang Hongwu walked out with a mocking tone. He had only taken a few steps when a figure came from afar. He had a pair of purple wings on his back. It was Tian. Tian landed. When he saw Yang Hongwu, his pupils suddenly shrank. When he saw that Yang Hongwu and Hu Xiao'er were holding hands, he was even more furious. Hu Xiao'er was his fiancée, his woman. He came to pick her up, but she was holding hands with Yang Hongwu so intimately. How could Tian not be angry? His chest was about to explode. Yang Hongwu, you bastard. Let go of Xiao'er. How dare you call her Xiao? Yang Hongwu said indifferently. Xiao'er is my woman now. Only I have the right to call her by her name. Who do you think you are? Ew. What did you say? Yang Hongwu, you little bastard. You were lucky that I killed you in the morning Soul Mountains before you met me. You actually dare to be so arrogant and dare to steal my woman? Zetian was so angry that he trembled. That's right. Yang Hongwu, you little bastard. Who do you think you are to steal our senior brother Zetian's woman? If you know what's good for you, you'll immediately kneel down and beg for mercy. Beg senior brother Zetian to spare your life. Otherwise, senior brother Zetian will make you die without a burial place. Some disciples of the Qingyun sect who came with Zetian spoke very arrogantly, looking like they were flaunting their connections. Sister-in-law Xiao'er, why aren't you coming over? Did that little bastard Yang Hongwu force you? Don't worry. With senior brother Zetian here, there's no need to be afraid of him. He can be exterminated in a breath. He's just an ant. What ant? He's not even an ant in front of senior brother. I can blow him to death with a breath. He's only at the 5th layer of the mysterious embryo realm. He's too trashy. He dares to steal senior brother's woman with this kind of cultivation? He's overestimating himself. Ant? Trashy cultivation? Yang Hongwu laughed. Zetian, the strength of this clone of yours isn't bad. Compared to when you were in the morning Soul Mountains, you've improved. Do you still have that regeneration good fortune pill? The regeneration good fortune pill was an 8th level medicinal pill. It was an emperor-grade medicinal pill. Originally, he planned to exchange it for Hua Qinshua's body, but he didn't expect it to be exchanged for by Zetian. Now that he saw Zetian, he still wanted that 8th level medicinal pill. Although Hua Qinshu didn't need it now, an 8th level medicinal pill was extremely valuable. It was a good thing. He was an alchemist, so he could study it properly. You actually saw through it? Zetian was a little surprised. This was indeed just a clone of his. His original body was still cultivating in seclusion. He didn't expect that little bastard Yang Hongwu would suddenly see through it. Although his cultivation was only at the 5th layer of the mysterious embryo realm, his battle prowess was definitely very strong. Otherwise, how could he swagger into the Sky Dragon sect? Moreover, when he saw Hu Qingyun's severed arm, he understood what had happened. It must have been chopped off by Yang Hongwu because she tried to stop him. This little bastard's cultivation speed was too amazing. At that time, he was only at the 1st layer of the mysterious embryo realm. How long had it been? In just 3 months, he had already reached the 5th layer of the mysterious embryo realm. His cultivation speed was too fast. His battle prowess was even more amazing. He couldn't be left alive. Zetian felt a huge pressure. This pressure was much greater than the pressure of Emochantian, the holy son of the devil sect. Although the holy son of the devil sect, Emochantian, was powerful, without the ink landscape painting, his battle prowess was not worth mentioning. As long as his original body succeeded in breaking through or obtained the soul-devouring bone staff, his strength would skyrocket. A mere Emochantian was nothing to be afraid of. It seems that you've gained a lot of benefits in the morning Soul Mountain range. Yang Hongwu, this time I'm here to escort the bride. I don't want to be entangled with you. Step aside and let Hu Xiao'er come over. I'll let you go. Looking at Yang Hongwu, Zetian didn't lower his voice. This little bastard had many trump cards. He was just a clone. If his original body came, he could kill him. However, he didn't have full confidence in this clone. His original body was at the critical moment of breaking through. If his clone was injured at this time, it would negatively affect his original body's seclusion. This was something that Zetian didn't want to see. This little bastard, I'll let him live for a few more days. When my original body comes out of seclusion, I'll kill this little bastard. Zetian thought in his heart, but would Yang Hongwu agree? Chapter 313. Jingshun Finger, 3rd Finger Annihilation. Are you an idiot? Yang Hongwu mocked. You, Yang Hongwu, don't be so shameless. There's no Mo Rantian now, and there's no UDGAO to protect you. Do you want to die? Zetian said angrily. Looks like you're really an idiot. I really don't know how you managed to cultivate to this level. Could it be that you've cultivated the great idiot technique? Yang Hongwu laughed and said, Sure, is my woman. Do you think I'm as stupid as you, giving away my woman to someone else? Yang Hongwu, you're courting death. Zetian was furious. She couldn't care less. This bastard was really abominable. Senior brother, you don't have to do it. I'll kill him. Lin Cheney stood up and said loudly. Zetian nodded and said, Go. Duan Gao, you go with him. Kill him for me. Remember, don't hurt Hu Xiaoer. It was just the right time for Lin Cheney to make a move. He wanted to test the little bastard's trump card first. Why do I need Duan Gao? I alone am enough. Lin Cheney didn't put Yang Hongwu in his eyes at all. No matter how powerful a guy at the 5th level of the arcane embryo realm was, he couldn't be that powerful. Why would he need to fight with Duan Gao? He was about to break through to the primordial spirit realm too, while Duan Gao was at the pinnacle of the primordial spirit realm first step. There was a gap in strength between them, but it was not by much. If the two of them joined forces, they could even fight a primordial spirit realm 3rd step expert. Wasn't that overestimating him? That's right. What ability does this little bastard have to force me to go with senior brother Lin? Duan Gao was also somewhat dissatisfied. What are you blabbering for? I told you to attack together, so attack together. Could it be that you're not going to listen to me? Are you planning to rebel? Zetian was feeling irritated in his heart. These two bastards were still chattering away. He glared and said angrily, Yes, senior brother. Let's attack together. Attack together. Seeing that Zetian was angry, Lin Cheney had no choice but to walk towards Yang Hongwu with Duan Gao. He said, Duan Gao, take sister-in-law down. I'll deal with that little b*** starred. Then be careful. That brat shouldn't be easy to deal with. Otherwise, senior brother wouldn't have let us go together. Duan Gao reminded. I know. What are you nagging about? I know what I'm doing. He's only at the 5th level of the mysterious embryo realm. How can he be that powerful? Lin Cheney didn't care at all. He wore boxing gloves with both hands and held a long saber as he leisurely walked toward Yang Hongwu. You're Yang Hongwu, right? Hurry up and die. Your uncle Lin Cheney is coming. Lin Cheney pointed his long blade at Yang Hongwu's face and shouted. Yang Hongwu's eyes flashed with a cold light. Zetian, you're too capable. You don't dare to attack yourself, so you sent these trash to die. Lin Cheney was furious when he heard that. This little b** starred dare to call him trash? He was here to die. Kill him. Lin Cheney waved the saber in his hand fiercely. His whole body was enveloped in a layer of tortoise-like defense. It looked like a black tortoise. Black tortoise way of destruction. Lin Cheney yelled, and his aura surged. The saber aura condensed into an illusory black tortoise. This illusory black tortoise was filled with killing intent. It wasn't the kind of auspicious beast that ordinary people imagined, but a murderous black tortoise. The black tortoise way of destruction destroyed all living things and annihilated all living things. The illusory black tortoise opened its mouth. Its sharp teeth were like razors, shining with a cold light. It's just a small trick. It's not worth mentioning. Yang Hongwu sneered. He didn't care about the black tortoise way of destruction at all. It was just a small trick. Even the 10-direction killing fist that he practiced was more powerful. I'll let you see what a true killing technique is, a Tao of destruction. Yang Hongwu snorted. He didn't take out his saber. Instead, he planned to use the 10-direction killing fist to kill this guy. 10-direction killing fist, advent of the killing god. With a shout, he clenched his fists and punched out. His killing intent condensed on his fists and transformed into a killing god. The killing god was filled with killing intent. It was as if all living things were ants in his eyes that he could kill easily. One punch. That god of slaughter burst forth with a terrifying power. The killing intent materialized. The terrifying killing intent penetrated the black tortoise. Boom! The black tortoise exploded with a loud sound. Lin Cheney's body was sent flying by the powerful impact. He slammed into the wall and slid down. It was as if all the bones in his body had been pulled out. He lay there limp and motionless. The power of Yang Hongwu's punch was terrifying. That astonishing, murderous aura seeped into his body, shattering all the bones in his body and destroying all the meridians in his body. Although it didn't kill him, he was now a cripple. Duan Gao was stunned when he saw this. He cowered and didn't dare to step forward. In just a few breaths, Lin Cheney, who was stronger than him, was crippled. Was this still the arcane embryo 5th stage? It was too terrifying. If he went forward, he would be courting death. Duan Gao finally understood why Yang Hongwu said that. He and Lin Cheney were really ants in his eyes. They couldn't withstand a single blow. Duan Gao regretted it. He retreated step by step as Yang Hongwu walked over. He didn't dare to confront him at all. No, he didn't even have the courage to attack. Trash like you want to kill me? You can't even take a punch with 30% of my strength. Zetian, this time, you should leave this clone behind. Back then, you forced me to leave the Sky Dragon sect and caused the death of Elder Gaozhong. You even sent people to hunt me down. This time, I'll kill this clone of yours as interest. When the genius competition comes, I'll personally kill your original body and let you know what a true genius is. As he spoke, a ruthless cold light flashed in Yang Hongwu's eyes. He raised his right hand, and a terrifying power condensed on his fingertip. Seeing Yang Hongwu use this move, Hu Qinglian was shocked and shouted, "Zetian, be careful. He's going to use a terrifying secret technique." Back then, she had suffered from this terrifying secret technique. A single finger, just a single finger, had almost taken her life. Zetian also felt the terrifying power. In addition to Hu Qinglian's reminder, he was fully focused. His entire body's strength erupted. Behind him, an ancient, vicious beast appeared. It was a Taotai that could devour all living things. Taotai devours the sky. Zetian roared in anger and punched out with both fists. The Taotai rushed out quickly and opened its mouth, wanting to swallow Yang Hongwu. Jingshin Finger, Third Finger Annihilation. Chapter 314. Chapter 314. Chapter 314. Kill the doppelganger. The terrifying aura seemed as if the entire world was about to collapse. Nothing could stop this terrifying finger. That Taotai was instantly shattered and turned into nothingness. Nothing could stop that finger. In front of that finger, Zetian was so insignificant. What Taotai? What ancient ferocious beasts? In front of this finger, they were all dregs. They were all destroyed in a breath. Wherever that finger went, everything turned into nothingness. No! Zetian let out a roar of unwillingness, but was useless. The finger pierced Zetian's body, and his body was annihilated, turning into nothingness. He disappeared from the world without leaving behind a single trace. Terrifying. Shocking. Everyone who was present was stunned. What kind of method was this? What kind of secret technique was this? Too powerful, too terrifying. This attack, this finger, was truly going to destroy the entire world. Even the will of heaven and earth could not withstand this terrifying attack. This was no longer a martial skill that existed in the mortal world. It should not have appeared in the mortal world. Zetian was killed. However, according to rumors, it was just a clone. If a doppelganger was already so powerful, then the original body should not be weak. Who would be stronger between Zetian's original body and Yang Hongwu? It seemed like there would be a good show to watch at the ancient desolate continent's genius meeting. Looking at this scene, Feng Shun sighed with emotion. The Sky Dragon sect really lost more than it gained. In order to win over Zetian, they actually forced away such a powerful genius and even made him their enemy. If Yang Hongwu was still a disciple of the Heavenly Dragon School, then he would be the #1 genius of the ancient desolate continent, defeating Zetian, the saint child and saintess of the Devil School, and the saint child of the 4 great academies. The Sky Dragon sect would be able to stand at the pinnacle of the entire ancient desolate continent and become the #1 sect. However, all of this was now far away. He recalled that his nephew, Feng Yang, and Yang Hongwu did not seem to get along well and had once made things difficult for him. Thinking of this, Feng Shun shuddered. He had to go back and teach that brat a lesson. He had to teach him to be a good person and not do so many messy things. Especially, he could not offend young Hongwu again. As for Elder Mu, the old crook and the old scholar, it seemed like he had to win them over. Duan Qian, it was said that she had a good relationship with Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu was a sentimental person. As long as they were roped in, even if Yang Hongwu did not return to the Sky Dragon sect, he would still take special care of it. Let's go. Yang Hongwu used the third finger of the Jingshan finger, which consumed an astonishing amount of Zhen Qi and primordial spirit power in his whole body. At this time, he could only stand because of his Qi and Nini's replenishment. Otherwise, he would have already fallen down. However, he could not fall down now. No matter what, he could not fall down. Okay. Hu Xiao'er nodded and walked out with Yang Hongwu. At this moment, no one dared to stop them. That man, the disciple who was once expelled by the Sky Dragon sect, had now grown to such a level. He was already standing at the peak, an existence that they could only look up to. After Yang Hongwu and Hu Xiao'er walked out of the Sky Dragon sect, they finally could not take it anymore. A trace of blood flowed out from the corner of their mouths, and they fell down. Hu Xiao'er was shocked to see this. She supported Yang Hongwu and said, Yang Hongwu, what happened to you? Don't scare me. I'm fine. Yang Hongwu held his breath and said, It's just that the attack just now consumed too much of my qi. Just support me and find a place to rest. Don't scare me. Okay, I'll find a place to rest right away. Hu Xiao'er was extremely nervous. She quickly supported Yang Hongwu and found a quiet and secretive place. She let Yang Hongwu sit down cross-legged. Yang Hongwu took out a medicinal pill and swallowed it. Then he sat down cross-legged and recovered his qi. 2 hours later, Yang Hongwu opened his eyes. His qi had completely recovered. There was even some progress. Although it was not too big, Yang Hongwu could already feel the 6th level of the mysterious embryo realm. He was not far from breaking through to the 6th level of the mysterious embryo realm. Not far away, Hu Xiao'er was motionless. She focused her mind and observed the surroundings. Yang Hongwu was moved. He looked at Hu Xiao'er and said, Xiao'er, I'm fine. Junior brother Yang, you're fine. That's great. You scare me to death. Hu Xiao'er heaved a sigh of relief when she saw that Yang Hongwu had woken up and was fine. It's fine. That was the first time I used the third finger of the Jingshan finger. I didn't control it well. It won't happen again in the future. Yang Hongwu explained with a smile. Indeed, Yang Hongwu had never used the third finger of the Jingshan finger before. Just now, it was his first time using it. Its power was beyond his imagination. The consumption was too shocking. He did not control it well, which led to such a situation. The next time he used the third finger of the Jingshan finger, he would be able to control it well. Although the consumption would be huge, it would not drain all of his energy. The Jingshan finger was an essence, soul, secret technique. Its power was shocking. Now, he was only relying on the essence soul in his spiritual abode to use it. If he really reached the essence soul realm and cultivated the essence soul in his dantian, the power of the Jingshan finger would be much greater. Now, he had quite a few powerful cultivation techniques. In fact, the most basic one was the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art. In the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art, there would be a powerful secret technique in every transformation. The first transformation was the fire and water lotus. It was both offensive and defensive. It was extremely powerful. The second transformation was the yin-yang millstone. What about the third transformation? What kind of secret technique would the third transformation be? What kind of martial technique would it be? Yang Hongwu was looking forward to it. However, now was not the time. He could not be so selfish. There had to be a process. He wanted to be upright. After defeating Zetian, he would stand at the peak of the ancient desolate continent. At that time, he would give Hu Xiao'er and Zheng Qiushuang a status. At that time, he would really take Hu Xiao'er and make her his real woman. Yang Hongwu was disdainful. He wanted to dual cultivate with Hu Xiao'er first and then defeat Zetian. He wanted to rely on his real strength to defeat Zetian. Love should be like this. It should be pure without any other nature. This was true love. At least, that was Yang Hongwu's understanding. If it's not necessary, it's better not to use this martial technique. Hearing Yang Hongwu say that he wanted to use this martial technique, Hu Xiao was a little worried. This Jingxin finger was too terrifying. It consumed a lot of energy. If it was blocked or broken by the enemy, it would be troublesome. She would consume too much energy. Just like Yang Hongwu before, after using that move, he did not have the ability to resist at all. Even a 3-year-old child could kill him. It was too risky and dangerous. It was worrying. Chapter 315. Z Family Z Way, where are we going? Tianyi Academy. Yang Hongwu said, after I left the Heavenly Dragon sect, many things happened. Yang Hongwu told Hu Xiao everything that happened after he left the Heavenly Dragon sect, including Zheng Qiushuang. At first, Yang Hongwu was worried that Hu Xiao would be jealous and angry. After all, in Yang Hongwu's mind, women like to be jealous. However, things went beyond Yang Hongwu's expectations. Hu Xiao was not angry. Is that so? Then it's all thanks to Sister Qiushuang. Otherwise, I might not be able to see you again. Hu Xiao said happily. When Yang Hongwu heard this, his jaw almost dropped. He was shocked. He never thought that Yang Hongwu would have such an expression. It was really shocking. Junior brother, why are you looking at me like that? Hu Xiao saw Yang Hongwu looking at her in a daze. She touched her face and said, is there something wrong with my face? No, that I was thinking you're not angry. Yang Hongwu said, angry? Why would I be angry? Hu Xiao looked at Yang Hongwu with a puzzled face. She did not understand why he said that. Why would she be angry for no reason? Could it be that she was an unreasonable person in his heart? I'm saying I did that with Zheng Qiushuang. You're not angry? Yang Hongwu said, Junior brother, you, in your heart, am I that unreasonable? Am I that kind of jealous woman? Hu Xiao's face became a little pale. She looked at Yang Hongwu. No, I didn't mean that. I was wrong. I just in my heart, I love you all very much. You all gave me your hearts, but I didn't give you a complete feeling. I feel a little guilty. Yang Hongwu saw that Hu Xiao was about to cry. He panicked and hurriedly said, PFFF, seeing Yang Hongwu so nervous, Hu Xiao suddenly laughed. Junior brother, you don't need to worry. You don't know that for an expert, having a few women doesn't mean anything. Experts who truly stand at the peak will always have many women adoring them. You are destined to become an existence at the peak. So what if you have a few women? To be able to become your women is our fortune. Moreover, little sister Qiushuang being together with you is the will of the heavens. She even saved your life, so I have to properly thank little sister Qiushuang. Hearing this, Yang Hongwu heaved a sigh of relief. That was good. Earth was different. Earth was different. Was. Earth was. It seemed that this was not bad. At the very least, he did not have to worry that when he had more women, they would fall out and fight for his affections all day long. Although she didn't care if Yang Hongwu had other women, it seemed that there was still some jealousy. Otherwise, Hu Xiao wouldn't call herself the elder sister and call Zheng Qiushuang the younger sister. At this time, she regarded herself as the first wife. Xiao, thank you. Wu, I'll call you Wu. We are one. You are my man, my husband. You are our sky. As long as you are well, that is enough. Your physique is special, and your talent is against the heavens. You are a person who carries the will of the heavens. I only hope that I can occupy a corner of your heart. No matter what, don't abandon me. Don't leave me, okay? Hu Xiao looked at Yang Hongwu with a serious tone. Yang Hongwu was moved. He held Hu Xiao in his arms and said softly, Xiao, I can swear to the heavens that in this life, even if I die, I will not let you go. You are my woman. In this life, the next life, and the life after that, you will be my woman forever. Hu Xiao's face showed a happy smile. She leaned on Yang Hongwu's chest. At this time, in a cave residence of Tianyi Academy, Zi Tian opened her eyes. Damn it, my doppelganger dissipated. Zi Tian was incomparably furious. One of his clones had actually died at this crucial moment. He was about to succeed in breaking through the bottleneck and condense a trace of primordial spirit. However, He did not expect that his clone would actually die at this crucial moment, causing his mind to suffer a heavy blow. Young Han Wu, I didn't expect that you have reached such a level. There was a certain connection between the original body and the doppelganger. When the doppelganger died, the original body would feel it immediately. This connection was very strong. This doppelganger had its advantages. That was, the original body could know everything that happened to the doppelganger. However, there was also a disadvantage. That was, once the doppelganger died, the original body would be affected. Therefore, Zetian was so angry after his doppelganger was killed that it affected his breakthrough. He was angry, really angry, but also terrified. What kind of terrifying martial skill did Yang Hongwu cultivate? What kind of secret technique was it? How could it be so terrifying? Zetian was terrified by that finger. If it was his original body, it would be very difficult to block that terrifying attack. He had no confidence at all. At this time, he was full of fear for Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu, that bastard, I should have killed him myself. Zetian regretted it. If he had used all his forces to kill Yang Hongwu, none of these things would have happened. Also, that Zi Xintong made Zetian angry. She had a good relationship with Yang Hongwu. She even publicly announced that she supported Yang Hongwu in the family. Now, Yang Hongwu had become a big problem for him, Zetian. If he didn't kill him, he would never have a day of peace. Men, young master, what are your orders? Send people to hunt down Yang Hongwu. Capture Hu Xiu'er and Zheng Xiushuang. Send out all the purple guards. You must bring me Yang Hongwu's head. Zetian ordered. Young master, it's not very appropriate to send out the purple guards. If the master finds out, it will be difficult to explain. That person said, Am I the young master, or are you the young master? Zetian said angrily. What do you know? Just do it. Don't talk nonsense. Yes. That person had no choice but to nod. This was the young master's order. When the old master left, he said that he would listen to the young master. He was just a servant. What could he do? He bent his body and walked out. The purple guards were the foundation of the Z family. They were the strongest trump card. The purple guards existed to protect the Z family. Only the head of the Z family was qualified to control them. Chapter 316. The cat wakes up 2 days later. They were only 1 mountain away from Tianyi Academy. For the past 2 days, Yang Hongwu and Hu Xiu had been lovey-dovey, touring the mountains and enjoying the rivers. Tianyi Academy is just 1 more mountain away from here. Yang Hongwu pointed at the huge mountain in front of them. Tianyi Academy is just 1 more mountain away from here. Tianyi Academy? That's fast. But it's a good thing that I'm about to meet Sister Qiushuang. Hu Xiu smiled. Over the past 2 days, Yang Hongwu had told Hu Xiu everything that had happened after he left Sky Dragon's sect. Only then did she know that Yang Hongwu had encountered so many things and suffered a lot. He had been hunted down by Zetian so many times. Although he had gotten away safely each time, whenever Yang Hongwu talked about it, Hu Xiu would tremble in fear. Of course, Hu Xiu was proud that Yang Hongwu had become an elixir king and a talisman master. She was also very curious about Udgao and the other girls. Her tone also revealed a hint of comparison. It seemed that she was the weakest among all the girls that Yang Hongwu had met. Zheng Xiushuang was already at the primordial spirit first step. Udgao was already at the primordial spirit third step. She had probably entered the primordial spirit fourth step by now. Zi Xintong's cultivation had also reached the primordial spirit third step. She was the only one who was still at the half-step primordial spirit realm. The gap between them was huge. Feng Xinro was also at the primordial spirit first step, which made Hu Xiu feel pressured. As Yang Hongwu's empress, if her cultivation was not as strong as her sister's, she would not be able to overcome them. Therefore, Hu Xiu was determined to cultivate well. She had heard from Yang Hongwu that after dual cultivation, her strength would improve tremendously. Hu Xiu was considering dual cultivation with Yang Hongwu. Moreover, in a few days, the ancient desolate continent's genius competition would begin. At that time, Yang Hongwu would definitely meet geniuses from all over the continent. Given how vast the continent was, there would definitely be many hidden geniuses. These geniuses' strength were extremely terrifying. After dual cultivation, Yang Hongwu's cultivation base and battle prowess would rise to another level. That way, his chances at the genius competition would be greater. However, when Hu Xiao thought of doing that with Yang Hongwu, her whole body heated up and she was extremely shy. Let's take a rest first. We'll leave tomorrow. Yang Hongwu looked up at the sky. It was already late. The mountain ahead was filled with danger. There were many powerful savage beasts, many of which were at the peak of level 6. Some of them lived in packs, such as the Mount Wolf pack. If they encountered the Mount Wolf pack, it would be troublesome. Mount Wolf was a level 6 savage beast and lived in packs. Once they attacked, they would attack together. Unless one could grow wings, it would be very troublesome. Moreover, in the dense forest, it would be a problem even if one wanted to fly. Even if one flew into the sky, there would be ferocious birds in the air. They would not be friendly either. There was no need to worry during the day. The Mount Wolf pack would appear at night. Relatively speaking, the day was much safer. I'll listen to you. To Hu Xiao, being able to be alone with Yang Hongwu was the best thing. She would listen to everything Yang Hongwu said and would never disobey him. Soon the sky darkened. Yang Hongwu took out the level 7 yin-yang fish. This was caught in the dark river in the Morning Soul Mountain. There were not many of them. These level 7 yin-yang fish would be of great help to Yang Hongwu. Of course, it would also be helpful to Hu Xiao. Yang Hongwu set up a fire. These level 7 yin-yang fish would be good for grilling fish. When he was on Earth, Yang Hongwu's barbecue skills were also very good. It smells so good. At this time, a cat's head popped out from Yang Hongwu's shoulder. When Yang Hongwu heard this voice, he was overjoyed and said, "Mount her awake." Big brother, who is this big sister? Mao saw Hu Xiao and asked, "Is she your other spouse?" Yang Hongwu's face was full of black lines. Spouse, damn, this was too straightforward. According to cultivators, they should be Dao companions. What cute cat, Wu. Is this the cat you mentioned? Hu Xiao saw the cat and was pleasantly surprised. She liked it very much. Mao, this is Hu Xiao, she's my woman. You can call her Xiao, or Sister Xiao, It's up to you. Yang Hongwu said, "Your big brother's spouse." Okay, I'll call you sister. Mao said. He did not hug Hu Xiao, when she reached out her hand, nor did he refuse. Mao, you're so cute. Hu Xiao said. Sister, you're also very beautiful. Mao said. After eating yin-yang fish for dinner, Yang Hongwu lay under a big tree to rest. Hu Xiao leaned against Yang Hongwu's side. Mao kept fiddling with her belly. She looked very cute. Suddenly, Mao stood up, and all the fur on her body stood up. Mao, what's wrong? Yang Hongwu hurriedly asked. A cat's senses were much stronger than his. She would be able to sense anything that was going on. Therefore, Mao was acting like this. Something must have happened. The delusion breaker I was not just for show. No disguise could escape her eyes. Someone's coming. There's a murderous aura, Mao said. There's a murderous aura. I'm afraid it's directed at me. Could it be that God Fong still hasn't given up? Yang Hongwu narrowed his eyes, and his tone was cold. It shouldn't be the sect master. The sect master isn't that stupid. If my guess is correct, it should be someone sent by Ztion. If it's not the Z family, then it's the Qingyun sect, Hu Xiao said. You're right. God Fong isn't that stupid. If he still dares to make a move against me, then there's no need for the Heavenly Dragon sect to exist. It's impossible that he doesn't understand this. Yang Hongwu nodded. It seemed that these people should be the people sent by Ztion. How could it be so easy to kill him? A cold light flashed in Yang Hongwu's eyes. If they wanted to kill him, then they had to pay the price. Mao, how many people are there? And how far are they from here? Yang Hongwu asked. Let me see. There are a total of 13 people, all wearing purple clothes with a purple flower embroidered on their chests. Mao said. They'll be here in about 60 breaths. Purple flower. Those are the guards of the Z family. Only the Z family would embroider a purple flower on their clothes, Hu Xiao said after hearing this. What are the cultivation levels of the guards of the Z family? Yang Hongwu asked again. These 13 people are not weak. They're all in the second step of the primordial soul realm, Maurer said. Chapter 317. The formation reappears. 13 second step, primordial soul realm experts. They really think highly of me. Yang Hongwu sneered inwardly. However, he was not worried. Yang Hongwu did not know his true strength. What were 13 second step primordial spirits to him? He was also an array formation master. With the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Array, not to mention 13 second step primordial soul realm cultivators. Even if there were twice as many, it would still be useless. He could still easily kill them all. Xiao, be careful. Mao, help me protect Xiao. I'm going to set up the formation. The array disc of the Heavenly Dipper Thunder Transformation Array was taken out, and he began to arrange the array. In a dozen breaths, Yang Hongwu arranged the array. Back then, he had used the Heavenly Dipper Thunder Transformation Formation to kill Zhang Jiuyang and the others. Zhang Jiuyang's strength was not to be underestimated. Although he was not as strong as Zetian, he was still much stronger than these second-step primordial spirit realm fellows. 13 second-step primordial soul realm martial artists. Are you confident of taking them on alone? When Hu Xiao heard that Yang Hongwu was going to face 13 second-step primordial spirit realm experts alone, she couldn't help but feel worried. At this moment, she hated herself for being too weak. She couldn't deal with second-step primordial spirit realm experts. At most, she could delay one of them, but that would also distract Yang Hongwu. She was also a reasonable person. At this moment, she wouldn't put on a brave front and make things difficult for Yang Hongwu and distract him. Don't worry. Yang Hongwu gave Uxiao a smile and said, if you don't believe me, you can ask Maurer. Just 13 second step primordial soul realm warriors are nothing to me. Don't forget that I once killed more than a dozen half-step primordial soul realm experts. However, they're all experts at the second step of the primordial spirit realm. You have to believe in Big Brother. His strength is far from just this. Right now, Big Brother's strength is much stronger than before. Maurer said, don't forget, Big Brother still has other trump cards. There's Little Nine and that smelly rat. Okay, then you have to be careful. Hu Xiao was still a little worried. Time slowly passed. Yang Hongwu sat there with his eyes closed. Soon, the 13 purple guards of the Z clan appeared in front of Yang Hongwu. The one leading them was the stooped old man who had faced Zetian back then. His name was Zilang, and he was the leader of the purple guards. His strength was at the pinnacle of the second step of the primordial spirit realm. In fact, his combat strength was astonishing. He had cultivated a special technique, and when unleashed, his combat strength was comparable to that of the third step of the primordial spirit realm. If he were to use his secret technique at all costs, his strength could reach the fourth step of the primordial spirit realm. Yang Hongwu, a member of the Z family? Did the Zetian send you here? Yang Hongwu opened his eyes and looked at the 13 people who had entered the array. Since you're Yang Hongwu, please excuse me. Zilang waved his hand, and the 12 people behind him all rushed forward. However, it wasn't a disorderly attack, but an orderly one. 3 people in a group. 3 people in a group, forming a combined attack array. Yang Hongwu could tell that these 13 people had cultivated the combined attack array. They were not weak. The combined attack array performed by 12 experts of the second step of the primordial spirit realm was comparable to that of the fourth step of the primordial spirit realm, or even stronger. If he wasn't in the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Array, Yang Hongwu could only run away. However, he was in the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Array, and this was his own territory. Yang Hongwu wasn't worried at all. So what if there was a joint attack technique and a joint attack array? Let me break it with my strength. Big Dipper Thunder Array rise. Yang Hongwu roared and formed a series of seals with his hands. The entire array was instantly enveloped, shrouding the 13 purple guards sent by Zetian. Thunder rumbled, and the majestic power of the heavenly thunder continued to condense. The astonishing power was like the descent of heaven's punishment. The Big Dipper Thunder Array revealed its astonishing power. It was like an ancient destructive array, full of murderous and destructive aura. It could destroy everything in the Dark Annihilation Array. Damn it! Is this an array or a thunder array? Zilang's face changed. The terrifying thunder array shocked him. At this moment, he finally understood why Zitian was so worried. Yang Hongwu was too terrifying. He was not only a genius, a grade 7 alchemist, but also a terrifying array master. If Zilang had known that Yang Hongwu was a terrifying array master, he would not have been so reckless. Retreat. Following Zilang's order, everyone stopped attacking and retreated. They wanted to break the array and leave this place. The Purple Guard's discipline was very strict. They followed orders and prohibitions. Once an order was given, even if it was to die, they would carry it out unconditionally, let alone retreat. Therefore, after Zilang gave the order, everyone retreated step by step. They didn't care about Yang Hongwu's attack at all. Yang Hongwu's eyes flashed with a trace of surprise. These guards of the Z family were really not simple. They immediately retreated when they felt something was wrong. However, would Yang Hongwu give them a chance? Would he let them leave safely? Of course, this was impossible. They came to kill him, and they were sent by Zitian. Zitian was his enemy. The people sent by Zitian must be killed, all of them. One by one, he would kill one. If a group came, he would kill a group. No matter how many came, he would kill them all. Want to leave? It's not that easy. If I let you go like this, how can I survive? Yang Hongwu sneered and moved quickly. His whole body integrated into the array and became a part of the thunder array. The big rushing thunder hand was displayed. Big rushing thunder hand, kill. Yang Hongwu turned into a bolt of lightning. After a flash of light, a purple guard stopped. There was a hole in his chest, which was still flashing with electric light. He killed a purple guard in the second step of the primordial soul realm with one blow. This was just the beginning. After Yang Hongwu killed one person, he didn't stop but continued to move. The power of the big rushing thunder hand was displayed to the extreme. Thunder roared and lightning flashed. Like electro dragons, they kept cruising in the thunder array. Their speed was so fast that ordinary people couldn't see them at all. 1 breath, 2 breaths. In 3 breaths, another person was killed. Zilang gritted his teeth and blood flowed from his lips. His eyes were red and he said angrily, "Array, use the combined attack array." If they were alone, it would be easy to kill them. However, if they were to use a joint attack formation, the strength of all 12 of them, no, there was only one of them now, would increase exponentially. Whichever one of them was attacked would increase his strength to the level of a 3rd step primordial spirit realm cultivator. A primordial soul realm expert in the 2nd step could be easily killed by a sneak attack, but a primordial soul realm expert in the 3rd step couldn't be killed so easily. Yang Hongwu, this little bastard, killed 2 of his brothers. He must kill him. Chapter 3:18. Purple Soul Demonic Bat. However, Zilang was wrong. He was terribly wrong. In the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Array, there was not much of a difference between a 2nd step primordial spirit realm and a 3rd step primordial spirit realm. The power of the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Array, as well as Yang Hongwu's rushing thunder hand, constantly launched sneak attacks, making it impossible to guard against. In a dozen breaths, another person had fallen. One after another, they were unable to fight Yang Hongwu head-on. Fear shrouded them. As the Purple Guards, the 13 Purple Guards had the highest status in the Z family and were the strongest guards. In the Z family, they were the guardians of the Z family. Even the head of the Z family had to treat them with respect. When had they ever been in such a humiliating situation? But so what? Death. What they were facing now was a terrifying death. Zilang was furious. His lungs were about to explode. Bastard. Yang Hongwu, you little bastard who hides your head and shows your tail. Come out if you have the guts. You only know how to sneak attack. What kind of hero are you? Zilang shouted. Hero? Haha. Whether I, Yang Hongwu, am a hero or not is not up to you to decide. I have never been a hero to my enemies. To my friends, I'll give them all sorts of benefits. But to my enemies, I'll use the cruelest methods to kill them without mercy. As for you all, you're not my friends, you're my enemies. Life and death enemies. As long as I kill you all, I'll pay any price. As he spoke, Yang Hanwu killed another person. In less than 30 breaths, 3 of the 13 purple guards had died. Only 10 people were left. On average, 1 person died in less than 10 breaths. He did not even see the real face of the other party. How could Zilang not be afraid? This little bastard was too strong. This formation was too terrifying. Formation? Madness flashed in Zilang's eyes. Since he couldn't change anything, he could only perish together with Zi-Wei. This was Zi-Wei's ultimate attack, the Purple Soul Spell Matrix. The Purple Soul Killing Formation was the most terrifying formation of the Purple Guard of the Z family. It was his ultimate skill. The Purple Soul Killing Formation was set up with the Purple Guard's life. It could explode with terrifying killing power and summon the Purple Soul of the Z family to kill the enemy. Speaking of which, this was equivalent to a sacrifice. By sacrificing the life of the Purple Guard, one could summon a powerful Purple Soul to attack the enemy. This was a method of mutual destruction. It would only be used when the Z family was in a life and death situation. But now, Zilang had no other choice. If he wanted to kill the enemy in Yang Hongwu, he could only use such an extreme method. Be careful, they're about to use their killing move. At this moment, Nini said, they're going to offer up the Z clan's soul. Yang Hongwu was shocked. Sacrifice? What the F***CK? Yang Hongwu wasn't unfamiliar with this word. Sacrifice was a type of evil technique that involved sacrificing one's life or soul in order to obtain great power. Purple soul. Purple soul. Summon with my life, descend. The 10 purple guards, including Zilang, all cut their palms. Blood flowed out as they shouted. At this moment, a purple power broke through the air. The blood of the 10 purple guards fused together and was smelted by the purple power, forming a strange thing. That thing looked ferocious and terrifying. It had a sharp mouth and fangs, a pair of wings, and a strange body. It looked like an ugly bat. That ugly purple bat turned in the air. In a breath, it absorbed all the blood of the 10 purple guards. It even absorbed their souls. The 10 purple guards opened their eyes wide and lost their vitality. Yang Hanwu looked at this scene. His scalp went numb, and his back was cold. Damn, what the hell is this thing? It's so terrifying. The Z family, this Z family, is probably not a righteous family. They actually have such a strange, evil technique. The ugly purple bat absorbed the blood of the 10 purple guards. Its eyes stared at Yang Hanwu, making Yang Hanwu feel as if he had fallen into an ice cellar. This is a purple soul demonic bat. Nini said, Big brother, you have to be careful. This thing is very strange. It's a soul body. It mainly attacks the soul and likes to suck the soul and blood of warriors. Is there any weakness? Yang Hongwu was shocked. This purple soul demonic bat could come and go freely in his Big Dipper Thunder transformation formation. It seemed that it was not affected by the formation at all. It was a little too terrifying. Normally, the power of thunder and lightning was the strongest and strongest yang, which was the nemesis of evil creatures. However, this purple soul demonic bat was not afraid of thunder and lightning. This was not an ordinary evil creature. The Z family was not a good thing. After getting rid of the Z Tian in the future, he must uproot the Z family. It has a weakness. Big brother, you have cultivated the secret soul skill. The Jingshin finger can deal with it, but I don't recommend you to do so. Nini said, is there any other way to kill this purple soul demonic bat without using the Jingshin finger? Yang Hongwu asked. Although this purple soul demonic bat is strange and evil, it is actually a good tonic for Big Brother. It will be of great help to Big Brother's primordial spirit. Nini said. Yang Hongwu was stunned. Damn, tonic for the primordial spirit? This ugly thing can be a tonic for my primordial spirit? Thinking about it, Yang Hongwu felt a little disgusted. Are you kidding? Yang Hongwu said. At this time, the purple soul demonic bat rushed towards Yang Hongwu. It was very fast, like a flash of lightning. Yang Hongwu quickly dodged. The purple soul demonic bat brushed past Yang Hongwu's neck, which scared Yang Hongwu so much that he broke out in cold sweat. He was almost bitten by this damn thing. What can I do? Tell me quickly, Nini. Of course, Yang Hongwu would not miss such an opportunity to improve his cultivation and the power of his primordial spirit. Although this darn thing looked disgusting, it was just a look. After refining it, it would no longer be disgusting. Big brother, don't you have the 9-Dragon Saint Body and the Dragon Soul Devour Sky secret skill? You can restrain this purple soul demonic bat. Nini said, You mean if I use the Dragon Soul Devour Sky secret skill, I can devour and refine this purple soul demonic bat? Yang Hongwu was overjoyed. If this was the case, it would be easy. Yes. Nini's voice faded away. The purple soul demonic bat came again. This time, it was faster and its sharp teeth were about to fall on Yang Hongwu's body. Damn, Dragon Soul Devour Sky secret skill. Yang Hongwu quickly used the Dragon Soul Devour Sky secret skill. A golden dragon soul flew out from Yang Hongwu's body. Chapter 319. Cultivation break through the golden dragon soul, let out a roar, and turned into a beam of golden light. In just a breath, it caught up to the purple soul demonic bat, opened its mouth, and swallowed the purple soul demonic bat. After entering the stomach, the purple soul bat kept twisting and twisting, causing the dragon soul to twist. However, after a few breaths, the purple soul bat stopped struggling and turned into a golden light, entering Yang Hongwu's body. Then, Yang Hongwu felt a pure primordial spirit energy being refined and absorbed by his primordial spirit. What a guy, what pure energy. Yang Hongwu was surprised. The energy refined by the purple soul bat was so pure that it helped his primordial spirit grow a lot. His cultivation also increased, breaking through the bottleneck of Mysterious Embryo Realm Level 5 to Mysterious Embryo Realm Level 6. Unexpectedly, the purple soul demonic bat was equivalent to a perfect grade 6 elixir. The effect was amazing. Moreover, there were no side effects. TSK, it came too easily. If there were more of them, his strength would increase by leaps and bounds. After reaching the arcane embryo realm, it was extremely difficult to raise one's cultivation base. If he had not obtained that elixir in the Morning Soul Mountain range, his cultivation base would probably still be at Arcane Embryo Realm Level 1 or Level 2. He would still be far from Arcane Embryo Realm Level 6. Congratulations, big brother. Your cultivation has increased. Nini's voice sounded in Yang Hongwu's mind. Thank you, Nini. Yang Hongwu knew that if it wasn't for Nini's reminder, he really wouldn't know how to deal with this damn thing. He didn't expect that using the Dragon Soul Devourer to not only destroy this thing easily, but also obtain such a huge benefit. This is Big Brother's own strength, Nini said. Nini did not do anything. Even if Nini did not say it, Big Brother would have thought of it. Yang Hongwu smiled. He knew that Nini was worried about his self-esteem. Anyway, thank you, Nini. By the way, where did the purple soul bat come from? If I can find the nest of these purple soul bats, won't my cultivation advance by leaps and bounds? Yang Hongwu thought that since this thing was summoned, Zi Lang and the others had sacrificed their lives to summon it. It should have come from a special space. If he entered that space, wouldn't his cultivation be like a rocket, leveling up quickly? This, I'm not sure. It should come from one of the 9 heavens. With Big Brother's current strength, it is still too early. Nini said, 9 heavens. Yang Hongwu was startled. He had never heard of this term before. He only knew that there were ancient regions and 9-layered ancient regions. What 9-layered heavens? The 9 heavens domain is the space above the ancient domain. It is one level higher than the ancient domain. Nini said, I believe Big Brother will be able to enter the 9 heavens domain soon. But at that time, these purple soul demonic bats will be nothing to Big Brother. Devouring them won't be of any help to Big Brother. Another target. 9 heavens. Honorable? Great Emperor? However, this was still too far away for him. His current goal was to become the strongest person in the ancient desolate continent and kill Ztion. The road had to be walked step by step. The rice had to be eaten bite by bite. His heart calmed down. Yang Hongwu's primordial spirit seemed to have grown again, and a trace of understanding appeared in his heart. It seemed that the state of mind was even more helpful to cultivation. The cultivation of the primordial spirit might be the cultivation of the heart. It was the cultivation of the state of mind. It was the comprehension of the state of mind. After getting rid of the 13 violet guards, the crisis was resolved. Yang Hongwu put away the disarray and saw Hu Xiao-er's worried expression in the distance. On the other hand, Mao was very calm. She seemed to be very confident in Yang Hongwu and was not worried at all. Mao had the delusion breaker eye. She could see what was happening in the array. So, she knew what was happening in the array. Wu, are you okay? Are you hurt? Hu Xiao asked anxiously when she saw Yang Hongwu come out. Yang Hongwu said, "It's not a big deal. I've already killed all of them. The purple guards of the Z family and the 13 purple guards are really powerful. I reckon that Z Tian has invested a lot in this. The death of the 13 purple guards will be a great blow to the Z family. I don't know how many years it will take for them to recover their strength." As a family, the Z family was considered a first-class force in the ancient desolate continent. The most powerful forces in the ancient desolate continent were the Devil Sect, the 4 great academies, and the 7 major sects. After the 7 major sects, there were several families. Among them was the Z family. The 13 purple guards of the Z family were all in the second step of the primordial spirit realm. Even the 7 major sects did not have such strength. The Z family was pretty ambitious, and they had been hiding their true strength all this while. God knew how much the Z family had spent to nurture these 13 purple guards. Now that they were all wiped out by Lin Fan, the Z family was probably going to vomit blood right now. Purple guards? Hu Xiao's face changed. She vaguely heard that the purple guards of the Z family were the strongest force in the Z family. They were the foundation of the Z family. As long as the Z family was not destroyed, the purple guards would not be mobilized. This Z Tian was able to command the purple guards to deal with Yang Hongwu. It seemed that the Z family had already designated Z Tian as the successor. Moreover, they attached great importance to Yang Hongwu. It's really the purple guards? Hu Xiao frowned slightly. Indeed, only the purple guards of the Z family had such strength. It seemed that the Z family's strength was much stronger than what it appeared to be. This time, the 13 purple guards were mobilized. What about the next time? Would more purple guards be sent to kill Yang Hongwu? It was easy to dodge an open attack, but difficult to guard against a hidden arrow. This was what Hu Xiao was worried about. For women, when they had someone they loved, they were most concerned about the safety of the person they loved. They were always worried about this and that. And Hu Xiao was no exception. Well, don't worry. Yang Hongwu saw the worry in Hu Xiao's eyes and said, "It's just a dog of the Z family. I don't take it seriously. Even if the head of the Z family or the highest ancestor of the Z family came, I could easily kill them. The Z family is nothing." Yang Hongwu indeed didn't put the Z clan in his eyes. Z Tian had sent so many people to kill him because he was afraid. He didn't have confidence in Yang Hongwu at all, so he sent people to kill Yang Hongwu. At this point, Yang Hongwu's heart was like a mirror. But, Chapter 320. Goodbye, young master Liangtai Academy. Z Tian's place of cultivation. Kacha kacha. The jade figures on a table were all shattered. Z Tian's eyes suddenly opened. His eyes were filled with fear. He knew very well what it meant when the jade statues shattered. These jade statues were extremely precious. One could leave a trace of divine sense inside them. Once the person who left the divine sense inside them died, the jade statues would shatter. The fact that all the jade statues had shattered meant that the 13 purple guards were all dead. Z Tian knew the strength of the 13 purple guards very well. Their combined attack was much stronger than an ordinary fourth-step primordial spirit realm expert. In addition, they had a powerful secret technique, their final trump card. Once they used it, even a true primordial spirit realm expert wouldn't be able to withstand it. Could it be that Yang Hongwu had some almighty expert helping him? Z Tian remembered what happened in a Morning Soul Mountain range. At that time, there was a terrifying giant hand that wanted to kill Yang Hongwu. However, There was a powerful force that repelled the giant hand. Could it be that the almighty expert helped him? Thinking of this, Tion's body trembled. He was unwilling to accept this. Why? Why did he have an almighty expert protecting him? Why did he have an almighty expert who liked him? Why did Hu Xiao'er, Zheng Qiushuang, and the others willingly become his women? Which part of him was inferior to Yang Hongwu? In terms of cultivation, aptitude, and physique, which part of him wasn't better than him? Tion's eyes flashed coldly. He must kill him. Only by killing him could he become the strongest person in the ancient desolate continent and the ancient region. The next day, in front of the Tianyi Academy, after 3 days, Yang Hongwu and Hu Xiao'er finally arrived in front of the Tianyi Academy. This is the Tianyi Academy. Hu Xiao'er looked at the tall mountain gate. It was majestic and filled with mysterious power. She was shocked. Well, it's nothing. Yang Hongwu's tone was very calm. Compared to the Morning Soul mountain range, where the Morning Soul Emperor's inheritance was located, the difference between the Tianyi Academy and the Morning Soul Emperor's place of inheritance was huge. He had even seen the Emperor before, so he wasn't that surprised about the Tianyi Academy. Come on, let's go in. Hu Xiao'er nodded and followed Yang Hongwu, holding his hand. As soon as he entered the Tianyi Academy, Yang Hongwu saw a familiar face, young Master Liang. At this moment, young Master Liang also saw Yang Hongwu. His eyes widened in disbelief. You, why are you here? Didn't Yang Hongwu enter the Morning Soul mountain range and die there? Why is he here now? Could it be that my eyes are playing tricks on me? Young Master Liang rubbed his eyes and looked carefully. It was still there. It was real. Yang Hongwu was not dead. He had returned. Are you surprised and in disbelief? I don't understand why I'm still alive. And I'm still alive and well. Yang Hongwu smiled when he saw young Master Liang's expression. Young Master Liang, this scoundrel, had a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He found Xiaomu and sent him to the Morning Soul mountain range. At that time, everyone knew that there was no way out of the Morning Soul mountain range. This scoundrel was actually so sinister. Although he wanted to go in, Yang Hongwu felt uncomfortable when he thought about this scoundrel's schemes. It wasn't his style to not teach this scoundrel a lesson. He had to teach this scoundrel a lesson. If it wasn't enough to vent his anger, he would just kill him. Yang Hongwu would not be merciful to those who wanted to kill him. Young Master Liang was very sensitive to killing intent. When Yang Hongwu revealed a trace of killing intent, he felt it and immediately took a few steps back. This scoundrel actually wants to kill me. He actually wants to kill me. No, I have to strike first and gain the upper hand. I have to find someone to kill him. Yes, I have to find my cousin Xiaomu. This matter was facilitated by him. Now that I'm in the same boat as him, he won't have an easy time if I don't kill Yang Hongwu. Young Master Liang was clear that he was from the alchemy department. The dean of the alchemy department, the soul sage, especially favored this scoundrel and wanted to recruit Yang Hongwu into the alchemy department. If he made a move on Yang Hongwu, the soul sage would definitely know. In that case, if anything happened to Yang Hongwu, the dean would definitely not let him off. Therefore, it was more appropriate to let his cousin Xiaomu do this. Why? Are you in such a hurry to leave? Yang Hongwu called out when he saw that young Master Liang wanted to leave. Yang Hongwu, what are you trying to do? Do I have to ask for your permission to leave? Young Master Liang was angry when he saw Yang Hongwu being so arrogant. Damn it, he was just a mysterious embryo realm martial artist. Although he was a rank 7 alchemist, his cultivation was not strong. He was only in the mysterious embryo realm. It would be easy for him to kill him. Do you think the streets of the Tianyi Academy are your courtyard? Yang Hongwu was amused when he heard this. This guy, he was not so arrogant. It was just that he was so arrogant. Get out of the way. Otherwise, I won't be polite, young Master Liang said. Don't think that just because the dean thinks highly of you, you can be arrogant and despotic. Don't put anyone in your eyes. Arrogant and despotic? Don't put anyone in my eyes? Yang Hongwu sneered. Are you talking about yourself? Many of the other disciples present also looked at young Master Liang. Those who knew him showed a disdainful expression. Speaking of being arrogant and despotic and not putting anyone in his eyes, young Master Liang, was the one who did the most. He relied on his status as a rank 6 alchemist, his status as a core disciple of the alchemy department of the Tianyi Academy, and his master, who was the vice dean of the alchemy department, to bully others. He snatched the medicinal herbs that others had painstakingly found, forced others to do things for him, and even worse, made some of his junior sisters sleep with him. He had done all kinds of bad deeds. Many of the students were angry, but did not dare to say anything. Not to mention the outer and inner disciples. Even some of the core disciples were bullied by young Master Liang. Young Master Liang angrily glared at the people present when he saw their expressions. Yang Hongwu, don't go too far. Young Master Liang looked at Yang Hongwu. He could not hold back his anger. He clenched his fists so hard that his joints creaked. Am I going too far? So what if I'm going too far? Yang Hongwu sneered. Do you think that I don't know what you've done? You made Xiaomu do the hidden mission and sent me to the Morning Soul Mountain Range. Do you want to kill me? How did I offend you? Why do you have to spend so much effort to deal with me? Do you want to kill me? Nonsense. How can I, young Master Liang, be such a person? Don't slander me. Young Master Liang was furious when he heard this. If this matter was spread and reached the ears of the Soul Sage, he would be in trouble. Even with his master's protection, he would still be imprisoned. Chapter 3:21. Battle Wolf Pavilion, slandering me? Yang Hongwu sneered. Do you think you can do it without anyone noticing? But don't worry, I won't do anything to you now. You still have time to prepare. I have other things to do today, so I won't argue with you. I'll deal with you in a few days when I have time. After saying that, Yang Hongwu pulled Hu Xiao'er and walked forward. Damn it! Young Master Liang was furious. This bastard dared to threaten him. Things were getting troublesome. Only by killing him could he be safe. So he's Yang Hongwu. Pill King Yang. This young Master Liang is too arrogant. He dares to offend Pill King Yang? At this moment, the crowd began to discuss. Did you forget that young Master Liang is also an alchemist? People of the same trade are enemies. Pill King Yang is a 7th grade alchemist, a pill king, and the pills he refined are all of perfect quality. Moreover, the price is lower than theirs, and the effect is better than theirs. It's really a bargain. I'm afraid so. There should have been someone like him long ago. Those people in the alchemy department are really despicable. They monopolize the market and raise the price so high. Fortunately, Pill King Yang appeared. Now, the Flying Phoenix Pavilion's pills are much better than the alchemy department's, and the price is much lower. This is good news for us. Yes, but I heard that the dean of the alchemy department personally invited Pill King Yang to join the alchemy department and become the chief disciple. What if Pill King Yang joins the alchemy department? Wouldn't that be the same as before? A disciple said worriedly. It can't be. With Pill King Yang's current status, he's almost on the same level as the leader of the Celestial Academy. Why would he go to the alchemy department to be the chief disciple? Maybe, after all, although Pill King Yang is talented in alchemy, his cultivation is only in the mysterious embryo realm. Another disciple said. Yang Hongwu didn't know about their discussion. He went back to his courtyard with Hu Xiao'er. Marshal, that person is the young Master Liang who wanted to frame you and kill you out of jealousy? Hu Xiao'er asked. Yes, it's him. However, I still have to thank him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gone to the Morning Soul Mountain Range and wouldn't have obtained such a great opportunity. This time, as long as he doesn't go overboard, I will spare his life. However, if he still doesn't repent, then don't blame me for being rude. Yang Hongwu's tone was calm. He wasn't worried about young Master Liang at all. A chief disciple of the alchemy department was nothing. Yang Hongwu didn't have to worry about the vice dean or even the dean. Originally, it was because his own combat strength was not enough, so he had to be careful. But now, his own combat strength had increased, so he did not need to worry at all. Refining pills. As a pill king, he could concoct grade 7 pills. In terms of martial prowess, he wasn't afraid at all. On the life and death arena, if you have the guts, come at me. Once he was strong enough, he would have the confidence to speak. If he didn't want to join the alchemy department, even if the Soul Sage came, he could reject him directly. There was no need to be so tactful. Of course, Yang Hongwu was still grateful to the Soul Sage. No matter what the Soul Sage's intentions were, the soul sage had saved him once. The two of them talked and soon arrived at Yang Hongwu's courtyard. "Stop, who are you? Outsiders are not allowed to enter." Before he could enter, he was stopped by someone. This person was very unfamiliar. He had never seen it before. This was his own residence, yet there was someone stopping him, not allowing him to enter. "Marshal, are you in the wrong place?" Hu Xiu'er saw that the guard didn't recognize Yang Hongwu. Hu Xiu'er said. Yang Hongwu said, "I'm also curious. Is this a new guard?" He turned to the guard and said, "Who are you? You don't even recognize me? Who do you think you are?" "My master said that no one is allowed to enter without his permission." The guard's tone was very arrogant, which made Yang Hongwu very unhappy. When did Xiao Shuang's taste become so bad? She actually found such a person to be her servant. "You're just a servant. Did your master tell you to say that?" Yang Hongwu said coldly. Who do you think you are? How dare you teach me a lesson?" The guard's face darkened. "Are you trying to challenge the dignity of our Battle Wolf Pavilion?" Yang Hongwu heard that and felt that something was wrong. Battle Wolf Pavilion, this was his residence. How did it become Battle Wolf Pavilion? Could it be that something had happened to him? Yang Hongwu said, "Battle Wolf Pavilion, this is Pil King Yang's residence, right? When did it become Battle Wolf Pavilion?" "What Pil King Yang? What a joke. Who does that Yang Hongwu think he is?" "This is the residence of the wife of Battle Wolf Pavilion's Lord Battle Wolf. Get out of here, or we won't be polite." The guard waved his hand as if he was shooing away a fly. Yang Hongwu was furious. It seemed that no one remembered him after he left for a few months. They still dared to be so arrogant and occupy his residence. But what about Xiao Shuang? Was she under house arrest? Yang Hongwu didn't have any doubts about Zheng Xiao Shuang's feelings for him. She definitely wouldn't let him down. Then there was only one possibility. Someone wanted to harm her. Yang Hongwu's anger rose in an instant. Daring to have ideas about his woman, he must have a death wish. He hoped that nothing happened to Xiao Shuang. Otherwise, he would make his life a living hell. "Don't you know who I am?" Yang Hongwu said coldly. "I don't care about Battle Wolf Pavilion or Fighting Dog Pavilion. Get out of here. This is my residence." "What arrogance. Looks like you're really here to cause trouble. Brothers, come. Someone's here to cause trouble." The guard called out, and several people walked out of the house. These people were all dressed in the same uniform with a yellow battle wolf embroidered on their clothes. Each of them was aggressive and murderous. Their faces were ferocious. When they saw Hu Xiu'er beside Yang Hongwu, their eyes lit up. "Little drum, not bad. You have good taste. If we capture this girl and hand her over master, we'll definitely be rewarded handsomely." Is this kid here to cause trouble?" "It's this kid. He actually said that this residence is his." "What a joke. Who doesn't know that this residence belongs to Madame Xiao Shuang? Once Madame Xiao Shuang and Master get married, this residence will naturally belong to Master. This kid doesn't know what's good for him. He actually dares to attack this place. Kid, you've got guts. Be obedient and hand over your woman. Then get out of here." The leader's tone was extremely arrogant. He looked at Yang Hongwu and said loudly. Angry. He was really angry. Chapter 322. The two women meet. "You want me to scram?" Yang Hongwu grabbed him with his big hand and slapped him across the face. "You're telling me to scram?" Slap. Slap. After a few slaps, his face became swollen. "You want me to scram? Who do you think you are? This is my home, my residence. Who do you think you are? How dare you ask me to scram?" Yang Hongwu slammed him to the ground. Although he didn't kill him, it was enough to break his arms and legs. "You, how dare you offend the people of Battle Wolf Pavilion?" That person fainted from happiness. Xiaogu saw that something was wrong and quickly shouted, "Go, brothers, go. Capture him and hand him over to our master." Xiaogu and the others weren't strong. They were only in the mysterious embryo realm, but they were all very arrogant. A cold light flashed in Yang Hongwu's eyes. These people didn't seem to be good people. He released his murderous aura and used the 10-direction killing fist. He waved his fist, and the terrifying murderous aura condensed into Azuras. 10-direction killing fist, Azura kill. Those Azuras bombarded Xiao Gu and the others, and they were all sent flying. mysterious embryo realm martial artist couldn't withstand a single blow from Yang Hongwu. He didn't need to use powerful secret martial techniques or activate his battle constitution. He could easily beat them into a mess. In just 3 breaths, more than a dozen people were beaten to the ground, screaming and groaning. Scram! All of you scram. Remember, go and tell your master that I, Yang Hongwu, have returned. If you dare to have ideas about my woman, I will pay you a visit, Yang Hongwu said loudly. Let's go. Just wait and see. My master won't let you go. Yang Hongwu, right? You're dead. More than a dozen people rolled and crawled. They lifted the person whose arms and legs were broken and disappeared in an instant. Creak. At this moment, the door opened again. A woman came out. Yang Hongwu recognized her. She was one of Zheng Qiushuang's maids, Xiao Lu. It's young Master Yang. You're back. That's great. Young Miss missed you so much that she lost weight. Xiao Lu was overjoyed when she saw Yang Hongwu. Yes, I'm back. This is Hu Xiao-er. You can call her Miss Xiao-er, Yang Hongwu said. Right. What's up with the people guarding the door? And what's up the Battle Wolf Pavilion? Hello, Miss Xiao-er. Xiao Lu was also a reasonable person. Although she felt injustice for her young miss, this was not something she should care about. She first bowed to Hu Xiao-er before answering. The Battle Wolf Pavilion is a club that was established 2 months ago. The club's master is called Huang Lang. He has the body of a battle wolf. Because of a fortuitous encounter, his cultivation suddenly increased, and he became one of the top 10 true disciples. His cultivation is very powerful. Even young Miss is not his opponent. Huang Lang? Yes, that's right. This guy is a pervert, Xiao Lu said. Fortunately, you're back now. Young Miss doesn't have to worry. Don't worry. This guy dares to have ideas about Qiushuang. He's dead. Yang Hongwu's eyes flashed coldly. So what if a true disciple had the backing of a grand elder? Not to mention a grand elder. Even if it was the leader, Yang Hongwu was not afraid. Moreover, his identity as a Dan King was not just for show. As long as he spread the word, whoever was willing to deal with Huang Lang, he would refine a pill for him for free. Presumably, many people would be willing to do it. Xiao Lu walked in front to lead the way. Hu Xiao-er followed beside Yang Hongwu, feeling a little nervous. Although she thought of herself as the first wife, in reality, she had not really done the deed of husband and wife with Yang Hongwu. Zheng Qiushuang had already walked in front of her. Don't worry, Xiao-er. Qiushuang is very easy to get along with. She also knows of your existence. Yang Hongwu saw that Hu Xiao-er was a little uneasy. He squeezed her hand and said, Yes. Hu Xiao-er nodded. Her originally nervous mood relaxed. Young Mississippi, when they were about to reach Zheng Qiushuang's room, Xiao Lu shouted loudly. Xiao Lu, why are you making such a big fuss? Is that bastard here again? Zheng Qiushuang was very annoyed with that Huang Lang. He kept pestering her. Relying on the fact that his master was a grand elder, he acted recklessly. If it wasn't for the fact that she was not strong enough, she would have killed him. Young Miss, no, it's not him. It's young Master Yang is back. Xiao Lu said. Young Master Yang, you mean? When Zheng Qiushuang heard this, she was wild with joy. Wait, let me dress up first. Xiao Lu, quickly go and give me some water. Women love to be beautiful. They always like to show their most beautiful side to their lover. When she heard that Yang Hongwu was back, Zheng Qiushuang's first thought was to dress up and show her most beautiful side to her man. Shuang-er, there's no need. I've already come in. At this time, Yang Hongwu opened the door and saw Zheng Qiushuang. At this time, Zheng Qiushuang's face was filled with surprise. Husband, you go out first. Wait for me to dress up. I haven't even dressed up yet. I'm so ugly. Zheng Qiushuang screamed. There's no need. My Shuang-er is always the most beautiful. Yang Hongwu stepped forward and took her hand. Come, let me introduce you to someone. Is Sister Xiao-er here? Yes, it's Xiao-er. Yang Hongwu nodded. After leaving the Morning Soul Mountain Range, Yang Hongwu let Zheng Qiushuang return to Tianyi Academy while he went to Sky Dragon Sect to find Hu Xiao-er. Zheng Qiushuang also knew about it. Great, is Sister Xiao-er here? Will she blame me? Zheng Qiushuang was also a little worried. After all, she was the latecomer and had become Yang Hongwu's woman before her, although it was an accident. But in any case, she was ahead of him. Don't worry, Xiao is not that kind of person. With that, Yang Hongwu pulled Zheng Qiushuang out. At this time, Hu Xiao was also on the side. When she saw Zheng Qiushuang also looked at Hu Xiao. What a beautiful woman, what a temperament. The two women had the same thought in their hearts. They were surprised by each other's beauty. You must be Sister Qiushuang. I'm Hu Xiao. We'll be good sisters in the future. Hu Xiao stretched out her hand and said with enthusiasm, Well, Sister Xiao, we'll take care of my husband together in the future. Zheng Qiushuang nodded. Seeing that Hu Xiao didn't show an angry look, she was also relieved. The two of them suddenly became friendly, but Yang Hongwu was thrown aside and no longer cared about it. Chapter 3:23. Battle Wolf Pavilion's Provocation. Battle Wolf Pavilion. What did you say? Yang Hongwu is back. Huang Lang's expression changed. Yang Hongwu's strength wasn't great, but his status was high. He was a 7th grade alchemist and a pill king. He wasn't someone to be trifled with. Huang Lang had thought that he had died in the Morning Soul Mountain Range. This made Huang Lang very wary. Although he had a good master who was the supreme elder of the Tianyi Academy, that was his master, not him. No one would be willing to go against the pill king because of him. Even his master wouldn't be willing to do so. This matter was troublesome. Huang Lang felt a little regretful, but it was too late to regret now. Since that was the case, he had to think of a way to deal with this matter. Yang Hongwu was a 7th grade alchemist, but his strength was only in the arcane embryo realm. In the Tianyi Academy, strength was everything. Alchemy, talisman crafting, and the like were just side paths. Huang Lang already had the strength to break through to the 4th step of the primordial spirit realm. His cultivation was extremely high, and with the supreme elder Zhao Tianqian as his master, he was very confident. When Yang Hongwu became a true disciple, he would challenge him again. Then, even if he killed him, the leader wouldn't say anything. He knew that Yang Hongwu had been chosen by the higher-ups of the academy and was planning to focus on nurturing him. A pill king's status was much higher than his. However, Huang Lang wasn't convinced. Wasn't he just an alchemist? Furthermore, that Zheng Qiushuang was truly attractive to him, causing him to drool with desire. He wanted to obtain Zheng Qiushuang. Huang Lang didn't have many hobbies. His only weakness was women. The more outstanding a woman was, the more he liked her. Once he took a fancy to her, he would use any means to get her. Zheng Qiushuang was the most outstanding woman he had ever seen. She gave him the strongest feeling of conquest. Even Zi Xintong and Feng Xinro didn't give him such a feeling. He had to get his hands on Zheng Qiushuang. Yang Hongwu would kill him sooner or later. Huang Lang's eyes flashed with ruthlessness. He wasn't a good person. In order to snatch women, who knew how many outrageous things he had done. Go tell my master that Yang Hongwu is back, and I have a conflict with him. Huang Lang said to Xiao Gu, Master, I'm afraid this isn't very appropriate. Elder Zhao, you want to find Yang Hongwu to refine a medicinal pill. That medicinal pill is very important to Elder Zhao, Little Drum hurriedly said when he heard this. What are you blabbering about? I told you to pass on the message, so just do it. Huang Lang glared at him and said. Little Drum hurriedly nodded, afraid that his master would be angered. He turned around and rushed towards Elder Zhao's residence. He was muttering in his heart. This master was too good at causing trouble. He didn't know if it was right or wrong for him to follow him. Originally, Little Drum was Zhao Tiansan's doorman. After Zhao Tianqian took Yellow Wolf as his disciple, he became Yellow Wolf's follower. Huang Lang wanted to kill Yang Hongwu. It was the same for young Master Liang. Yang Hongwu's return threw young Master Liang's heart into chaos. Why didn't this little bastard die in the Morning Soul Mountain Range? He even knew that it was because of him that his mission was changed to the Morning Soul Mountain Range. Could it be that his cousin Xiao Mu had told on him? No, that was impossible. If his cousin Xiao Mu had told on him, then Yang Hongwu wouldn't have gone to the Morning Soul Mountain Range. Moreover, Shiomu wouldn't benefit from telling on him. If this matter was exposed, he would be one of the accomplices. He wouldn't have a good ending. Let's go and ask first. After young Master Liang and young Hongwu parted ways, he rushed directly to Shiomu's residence. Shiomu was no longer in charge of managing the mission hall. It was precisely because Yang Hongwu had gone to the Morning Soul Mountain range that he knew about. In reality, Shiomu's status was no longer as high as before after he left the mission hall. Young Master Liang didn't have a shred of sympathy for him. He had received benefits from young Master Liang. If he hadn't received benefits from young Master Liang, he might have helped him. But now, young Master Liang had a favor to ask of him, so he had to help him think of a way. Perhaps he could transfer Shiomu to the Medicinal Pill Hall as a steward. The steward of the Medicinal Pill Hall was a lucrative job. Many people were eyeing it. If young Master Liang wanted to transfer him to the Medicinal Pill Hall this time, he didn't know how much effort he would have to expend. Oh, isn't this great, Alchemy Master Liang? Why are you in the mood to come to my small place today? Shiomu saw young Master Liang's arrival from afar. Shiomu was angry at young Master Liang's method of burning bridges after crossing the river. However, he didn't care. This place was better than the mission hall. It was very quiet and there were no worries. He could use this opportunity to cultivate properly. Shiomu understood in his heart that power and wealth weren't important. What was important was how to increase his strength. As long as he increased his strength, everything wouldn't be a problem. Cousin, look at what I brought. Young Master Liang took out a few things from his storage ring. A jar of wine. When the lid of the wine jar was opened, a rich wine fragrance wafted out. Cousin, this is a good wine. It took me a lot of effort to get it from my master's cellar. It's called the Drunk God. Even my master only has 10 jars. It's very precious. Young Liang chuckled. He knew that other than being greedy, this cousin of his had another hobby, which was good wine. He didn't have any attraction to good wine. In fact, Shiomu's aptitude wasn't bad. But because he liked to drink, and drinking always hindered things and delayed his cultivation, it led to his current situation. These things were very secretive. Young Master Liang spent a lot of effort to find out about these things. The wine is good, but I don't want it. Shiomu shook his head and refused. How could this brat be so kind? Shiomu didn't believe it. He wasn't a fool. If this guy was really willing to help him, how could he have ended up here? Therefore, Shiomu knew that this guy came to find him and even brought good wine. Being unaccountably solicitous, he definitely had something that he needed his help with. Cousin, why are you looking down on me? Aren't you going to give me face? Young Master Liang said with a sullen face. Young Master Liang, I'm sorry. It's getting late. I still have to cultivate. Please leave. Shiomu was unmoved. Coercion? You wouldn't fall for it. You still don't know, right? Yang Hongwu is back. He came back from the Morning Soul Mountain range, young Master Liang said as he placed the wine on the table. Shiomu was shocked when he heard that. Then, he regained his composure. Yang Hongwu, being able to come back from the Morning Soul Mountain range, was within his expectations. If he wasn't completely confident, he definitely wouldn't have gone. Therefore, Yang Hongwu coming back from there only surprised him a little. That surprise only lasted for a moment. Chapter 3:24. Collusion. How is it not related? Don't forget, who was the one who sent Yang Hongwu to the Morning Soul Mountain to complete the mission? It was you. Do you think Yang Hongwu will let you go now that he's back? Young Master Liang said. My silly cousin, do you think Yang Hongwu is a magnanimous person? Don't be naive. He definitely won't let you go now that he's back. Moreover, I've been exposed. We're in the same boat now. Hearing the news of Yang Hongwu's return, Shiomu and young Master Liang's feelings were different. Shiomu was happy. He had given Yang Hongwu a certificate of allegiance back then. Now that he was back, he would definitely give him some benefits. It shouldn't be difficult to ask for medicinal pills or something. Is that so? What's wrong with that? I only gave him the mission. He accepted it himself. I didn't force him. Moreover, I have no enmity with him. Shiomu's face was calm. Shiomu, you're too naive. Do you really think Yang Hongwu will let you go? Hearing that Shiomu wasn't willing to deal with Yang Hongwu with him, young Master Liang was a little angry. That's my business. It has nothing to do with you. Please leave, Shiomu said coldly. Don't think that I don't know. Do you dare to say that I wasn't assigned here because of you? Don't treat me like a fool." Hearing that, young Master Liang's face darkened. He didn't expect Xiaomu to know about this matter. Indeed, he had said something about this matter at that time. "Good, very good. Xiaomu, I want to see if you'll come and beg me when Yang Hongwu takes care of you." Young Master Liang was quite angry. He flung his sleeves and left. "Take your things with you." Xiaomu didn't care at all. He looked at young Master Liang, who flung his sleeves and stood up. "Oomph." Young Master Liang didn't reply. He snorted coldly and didn't want the jar of wine anymore. After leaving Xiaomu's residence, young Master Liang walked while thinking about how to deal with Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu did have many enemies in the Tianyi Academy. However, with Yang Hongwu's current status and his identity as the Elixir King, there weren't many people who dared to go against him. He thought as he walked. Boom! Unexpectedly, he knocked down a person. "How can you walk like that? Don't you have eyes?" A voice cursed. Young Master Liang was in a bad mood. At this time, there was still someone who dared to provoke him. He was really courting death. He shouted, "Who are you? You bumped into me, and you're still so arrogant? Do you want to die? Oh, you're pretty arrogant. Someone actually dares to talk to me, Huang Lang, like that. Are you tired of living?" That person was also angry. "Yellow Wolf? Are you the pavilion master of the Battle Wolf Pavilion?" Young Master Liang's eyes narrowed. He had heard of this fellow before. He was a new direct disciple who got lucky and caught the eye of the Grand Elder. "Who are you? How dare you be so arrogant after knowing my name? If you kneel down and kowtow to apologize, I can spare your life," Yellow Wolf said arrogantly. "Kowtow and apologize?" Young Master Liang's face immediately darkened. He said coldly, "Do you really think that you can be so arrogant just because you have a Grand Elder as your master?" So what if he had a Grand Elder? The Alchemy Department had a high status in the Tianyi Academy. A Grand Elder status was not higher than a Vice Dean of the Alchemy Department. Moreover, if a Grand Elder needed pills, wouldn't he have to go to the Alchemy Department? Moreover, he was also a 6th-grade alchemist. He had a chance to become a 7th-grade alchemist. His status was much higher than Yellow Wolf's. Even if my master doesn't show up, I can still kill you. What's your name? Tell me your name." "I don't kill nameless people," Yellow Wolf said. "I'm young Master Liang. Are you sure you want me to kowtow and apologize?" The murderous intent in young Master Liang's eyes grew stronger and stronger. He had been so aggrieved in front of Yang Hongwu just now, and he had also suppressed his anger in front of Xiaomu. Now this bastard was still so arrogant. "You're young Master Liang?" Young Master Liang from the Alchemy Department? He had heard of young Master Liang. His master had told him not to offend people from the Alchemy Department as much as possible. The Alchemy Department controlled all the pills in the Tianyi Academy. No matter who it was, they needed pills to cultivate. Moreover, the people from the Alchemy Department were very united. If he offended someone from the Alchemy Department, he might not be able to buy any pills in the Tianyi Academy. "Didn't you want me to kowtow and apologize?" Young Master Liang looked at Yellow Wolf's shocked expression and felt relieved. "Now, it's time for you to beg me. So what if you're a Grand Elder's disciple? You must be the young Master Liang who offended Yang Hongwu. Speaking of which, we're like a family that doesn't know each other." At this time, Yellow Wolf said, "We have a common enemy, and that is Yang Hongwu. You also offended Yang Hongwu?" Young Master Liang looked at Yellow Wolf in surprise. "How did you offend him?" Yellow Wolf said, "Well, isn't there a very beautiful woman called Zheng Qiushuang in Yang Hongwu's residence? I took a fancy to her and was about to make a move. However, I didn't expect that before I could do anything, Yang Hongwu would come back and take care of the subordinates I arranged with Zheng Qiushuang. He even said that he would kill me." Young Master Liang looked at Yellow Wolf with disdain. This guy was a pervert who only knew how to play with women all day. What could he do? However, with this simple-minded guy, it saved him a lot of trouble. If it was inconvenient for him to do something, he could just let him do it. So it's like this. Since you and I have a common enemy, let's have a drink? Young Master Liang was a shrewd person. He immediately changed his expression and smiled as if they were brothers. He took the initiative to put his arm around Yellow Wolf's shoulder. "Okay, Brother Liang, you're an alchemist. If I need any pills in the future, you have to take care of me. Yellow Wolf said with a smile. Sure, sure. The two walked together with their arms around each other's shoulders. On the second day, the news of Yang Hongwu's return spread throughout the entire Tianyi Academy. Moreover, everyone knew that he came back from the Morning Soul Mountain Range. Everyone who came back from the Morning Soul Mountain Range had obtained great benefits. This included Storm and Zheng Qiushuang. Originally, Zheng Qiushuang still needed some time to become a true disciple. It was impossible for her to become a true disciple in such a short period of time. However, after she came back, her strength increased by leaps and bounds. She became a true disciple in one fell swoop. Moreover, she was one of the best among the true disciples. Even Storm and the others had obtained great improvements in the Morning Soul Mountain Range. More importantly, they found out from Storm and the others that Yang Hongwu's strength was extremely terrifying. Even Storm himself admitted that he was no match for him. It could be seen how much Yang Hongwu's strength had increased. Chapter 325. Something happened in the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Feng Shinro and the other girls were gathered together. The Flying Phoenix Pavilion was facing a crisis from young Master Liang and Huang Lang. One of them was the chief disciple of the alchemy department, while the other was the disciple of Grand Elder Zhao Tianqian. Both of them weren't easy to deal with. One of them was already a headache, let alone the two of them together. The two of them did it on purpose. The Flying Phoenix Pavilion and Yang Hongwu had a close relationship. They could target Yang Hongwu by attacking the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Another reason was that the Flying Phoenix Pavilion had many beauties, and Huang Lang had taken a liking to them. This guy was a big pervert. He had long wanted to take advantage of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. However, he had been busy with Zheng Qiushuang recently, and he didn't expect to be rejected by her. He could play with women and attack Yang Hongwu at the same time. Huang Lang was very happy to do such a thing. Junior brother Yang is really back? This is great. That's right. Junior brother Yang is a pill king. I heard that he had a great encounter in the Morning Soul Mountain Range. Let's see if that Huang Lang still dares to be so arrogant. The disciples of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion were filled with righteous indignation. They were furious at Huang Lang's attitude. He had proposed that the disciples of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion accompany him. If they didn't, they would eliminate the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Now that they heard that Yang Hongwu was back, they seemed to have found their backbone. Feng Shinro was the same. At first, Feng Shinro wanted to ask Zi Xintong for help, but she didn't expect Zi Xintong to be in seclusion, trying to break through to the fourth step of the primordial spirit realm. She said that she would only come out during the Ancient Desolate Continent Genius Competition. That was why Feng Shinro was so distressed. Now that she heard that Yang Hongwu was back, she heaved a sigh of relief. I'll go look for junior brother Yang, Fan Shuero said. No need. I'm already here. Yang Hongwu brought Zheng Qiushuang and Hu Xiu to the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Junior brother Yang, it's really you? Seeing Yang Hongwu, the girls were overjoyed. Where's the pill you promised us? It's been more than 3 months. Who's this lady? The ladies chattered nonstop. Yang Hongwu also introduced Hu Xiu to the ladies of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. After knowing Hu Xiu's identity, the ladies were especially enthusiastic towards her. Yang Hongwu called Feng Shinro to the side and said, Senior Feng, has the Flying Phoenix Pavilion encountered any problems? Yes. Feng Shinro. When Yang Hongwu heard this, his anger immediately rushed up. Yesterday's matter. It seemed that the two of them were clearly targeting him. Good, very good, really well done. If he didn't teach them a lesson, they would really think that he was easy to bully. Since they dared to do it, he would let them know what the wrath of the king was. Yang Hongwu's killing intent surged. Senior Sister Feng, I'm sorry. This matter is related to me. I have some enmity with Huang Lang and young Master Liang. They're targeting you because of my relationship with you. So, you don't have to worry about this. I'll handle it for you. But their positions aren't low. One is the head disciple of the alchemy department, and the other is the last disciple of Elder Zhao Tianqian. Feng Shinro was still worried. If it really doesn't work, I'll just disband the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. I just hope that you can take in the sisters of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. No need. I don't put those two in my eyes. Is my identity as the Pill King fake? Just for show? Yang Hongwu said, as long as I say that I'm willing to refine a 7th grade pill, countless people will give me face. What's a mere young Master Liang and Huang Lang? Moreover, even if I don't use my identity as the Pill King, I can easily deal with them with my strength. To be honest, Yang Hongwu didn't intend to use his identity as the Pill King. He wanted to use his strength to show them what a true genius was. At this time, Hu Xiu'er and Zheng Qiushuang also received the news. They were furious. The two came to Yang Hongwu and said, "Husband, you must avenge the sisters of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Those two bastards are too despicable." "That's right. Marshal, you must properly deal with those two bastards. Don't worry, even if you don't say it, I won't let those two bastards go." Yang Hongwu said, if he didn't deal with them, would he still be considered man? First, they bullied his women. Now, they bullied his friends. "Let's go. We'll go find young Master Liang and Huang Lang." Yang Hongwu waved his hand. Great, great. I knew that big brother Yang is the best. Senior brother Yang is the best. The girls cheered. Yang Hongwu led the group of beauties out of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Many people had gathered outside the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. They all knew that Yang Hongwu had returned to the Tianyi Academy. These people were all here to ask for pills. Is Pill King Yang here? Pill King Yang. Pill King Yang has come out. Seeing Yang Hongwu come out, the people who came to ask for pills shouted one after another. The scene was like meeting the head of state. Yang Hongwu was a little surprised. When did he become so popular? My master is Elder Qi. My master wants to ask Pill King Yang to refine a Truth Su pill. My master is Dean Song of the Formation Academy. He wants to ask Pill King Yang to refine a mind-clearing barrier-breaking pill. My master is... In an instant, many people gathered around. These people all had great backgrounds. If they weren't disciples of grand elders, they were disciples of school deans or disciples of large families. In short, not a single one of them was simple. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. Damn it. The news of his return had spread all of a sudden. Those old fellows who wanted to ask for pills couldn't wait any longer. This time, they directly sent their disciples to wait for him. He was afraid that if he refused again, those old fellows wouldn't be able to hold back and would come personally next time. However, Yang Hongwu rolled his eyes. Wasn't this a good opportunity? Young Master Liang, Huang Lang, you dare to cause trouble for me. Originally, I wanted to deal with you myself. But now, I can let others play with you. As long as you can withstand it, then we'll talk again. Chapter 326. The crowd was agitated. What? Who is it? Who has the guts? All of a sudden, everyone was furious. Their masters had ordered them to get the pills even if they had to kneel down. These old guys didn't have much time left. For the sake of the pills, they hoped to make a breakthrough and increase their lifespan. Right now, Yang Hongwu was the only 7th grade alchemist who could refine perfect pills. What about the others? Even the dean of the alchemy department, the soul sage, couldn't refine it. Therefore, the only hope was Yang Hongwu. No one else could do it. If they didn't ask him to refine pills, who else could they ask? Someone didn't allow Yang Hongwu to refine pills. They even threatened him. This was simply cutting off his way out. It was too hateful. All of a sudden, everyone present was furious. Pill King Yang, tell us, who has the guts to threaten you? How dare they threaten a Pill King? A disciple of the dean of the alchemy department, Gu Xiaosong, said. Although Gu Xiaosong's strength was only at the 2nd level of the primordial spirit realm, his attainments in alchemy were terrifying. It was said that even his master was inferior to him. This showed how talented he was in alchemy. That's right. We'll avenge you. The others echoed. This person is the chief disciple of the alchemy department, young Master Liang. The other one is Elder Zhao Tiansan's disciple, Huang Lang. Yang Hongwu said, I'm a mysterious embryo realm martial artist, and they're all 2nd or 3rd step primordial spirit realm powerhouses. I can only blame you all for asking for help. I think everyone knows that I joined the Flying Phoenix Pavilion not long after I entered the Tianyi Academy and became their chief alchemist. They threatened the Flying Phoenix Pavilion that if the Flying Phoenix Pavilion didn't join them, the Flying Phoenix Pavilion would be disbanded. They said that they had all kinds of methods to deal with the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. What's worse is that Huang Lang wanted the female disciple of the Flying Phoenix Pavilion to accompany him. He even wanted me to hand over my woman. Are they evil? I'm a man. How can I tolerate such things? No, no, this is too hateful. How can there be such a scum in our academy? Hateful, hateful. What I hate the most in my life are people who use their power to bully others. This kind of people should be killed, really should be killed. Anger flashed across Gu Xiaosong's face as killing intent erupted from his body. Pil Qingyang, I'll definitely help you. I like to see if the Tianyi Academy is still everyone's Tianyi Academy. Has it become the Tianyi Academy of scum like them? Count me in. Count me in too. I, Guan Sanyong, am also one. Let's go and avenge Pil Qingyang. Let's get rid of those two scum first. What chief disciple of the alchemy department? I've long disliked the alchemy department. Who would have thought that they would dare to threaten Pil Qingyang? Was it ordered by the alchemy department? It's very possible. The alchemy department has always monopolized the alchemy business in the Tianyi Academy. Now, that Pil Qingyang is not a disciple of the alchemy department, it's not impossible for them to threaten Pil Qingyang. And who is that yellow wolf? Just by hearing his name, I can tell that he's not a good person. I know, this Huang Lang is actually a pervert. Just like his name, who knows how many atrocious things he has done. It is said that if he fancies a woman, he will use any means to get his hands on her. After playing with her, the only path left for him is death. A student who was in the know said, "Kill this kind of scum. Kill, kill, kill." A large group of people rushed towards the alchemy department. At that moment, the dean of the alchemy department, the soul sage, and Liang Xiao's teacher were also there. That's right. The formation department will not allow such a thing to happen. This is the Tianyi Academy, not some other place. Who dares to behave so atrociously? The weapon refining department will not allow it either. The talisman department will not allow it either. The Zheng clan will not allow it. All of a sudden, many people expressed their opinions on behalf of their clans. These people were all from the Tianyi Academy. As the Tianyi Academy was an academy, there was definitely more than one power within it. Moreover, the people who came to look for pills were not only from the Tianyi Academy, there were also other powers from the outside world. Yang Hongwu was overjoyed when he saw the situation. Those people dared to cause trouble for him. They were courting death. At this moment, the dean of the alchemy department, Han Sheng, and Liang Xiao's master were playing chess. One of them was the dean, while the other was the vice dean. They had a good relationship. "Dean, it's your turn." Liang Xiao's master, Zhong San, said, "I heard that Yang Hongwu has returned. I wonder if he'll accept my invitation. If a Pil King is not from the alchemy department, it'll be detrimental to the development of the alchemy department." Han Sheng said, "Your disciple should be properly disciplined. Don't always cause trouble. I heard that Yang Hongwu went to the Morning Soul Mountain Range because of your disciple, Liang Xiao." Han Sheng placed the chess piece in his hand on the chessboard. "This guy, it's good to teach him a lesson this time. As for Yang Hongwu, I'll do my best to cooperate. Although Yang Hongwu is a 7th grade alchemist, I reckon that he's not really that great. I'm afraid that he was able to concoct a 7th grade pill by accident. However, he definitely has a treasure that can concoct a 7th grade pill. Dean, you must let me study it when the time comes." Zhong San said with a smile on his face. "Of course. You and I have been friends for many years. After I study it and become a 7th grade alchemist, I'll ascend to the ancient region. I'll leave the alchemy department to you," Han Sheng said. When Han Sheng placed the chess piece on the chessboard again, a voice sounded from outside. "Not good, not good. Dean, something big has happened. What's the matter? Why are you so flustered? Didn't I tell you not to disturb me when I'm playing chess unless something major happens?" The soul sage furrowed his brows and revealed a displeased look on his face. Dean, something big has happened. Something big has happened," that disciple said. If we don't deal with it properly, the alchemy department will be in big trouble. Speak. What's so serious? Hun Sheng and Zhong Sun looked at each other. This matter wasn't simple. It was going to be a little troublesome. It's like this. Many people have rushed to the alchemy department. A large group of them said that they want to hand over Liang Xiao. They want to kill him to vent their anger. That disciple said, "What?" Zhong Sen's face changed drastically. Liang Xiao was the disciple he was most proud of. Although he had offended Yang Hongwu, he couldn't bear to punish him. He had even pleaded for leniency. Therefore, he couldn't sit still when he heard that something had happened to Liang Xiao. Chapter 327. Exposing someone's shortcomings and slapping them in the face. I don't know what's going on, but they've already rushed into the alchemy department. Zhong's son slammed the table and said angrily, "How audacious! How dare they barge into the alchemy department? What a disgrace! No matter who it is, I won't tolerate it. Otherwise, where will the dignity of the alchemy department be? Come, let's go and see what's going on." The soul sage also realized the seriousness of the matter. This matter wasn't as simple as it seemed. He was furious that the soul sage had caused this. However, he also knew that this wasn't the time to blame anyone. If this matter wasn't handled properly, the reputation of the alchemy department would plummet. The two of them walked out of the courtyard and arrived at the alchemy department. When they saw the crowd outside, they were all furious and filled with murderous intent. Their faces darkened. These people really didn't know what was good for them. How audacious of them to barge into the alchemy department. The two of them walked to the front, and a terrifying aura burst out. They shouted, "Are you trying to rebel by barging into the alchemy department? This is the alchemy department. You can't just barge in." The aura of a fourth-step primordial spirit realm cultivator was something that ordinary people couldn't resist. Some people couldn't withstand the terrifying aura and stopped moving. However, some people weren't afraid. As the genius disciples of various academies, the aura of a fourth-step primordial spirit realm cultivator didn't scare them. "You're the dean of the alchemy department, soul sage?" Gu Shaosong was the first to step forward. "Who are you?" You're Gu Shaosong from the Array Formation Academy. Why are you causing trouble here? Leave now, or your master won't be able to save you." The soul sage was slightly angry when he saw the person who had come. However, he didn't attack him directly. Gu Shaosong was the direct disciple of the Array Formation Academy's dean. If he killed him, the old man from the Array Formation Academy would be furious. It's not that easy for me to leave. Hand over young Master Liang, or we won't leave." Gu Shaosong said. "Yes, hand over that bastard young Master Liang. Hand over young Master Liang." "What young Master Liang?" "It's Bitch Liang. Hand over Bitch Liang." All of a sudden, the sound was earth-shattering. It was so loud that the entire Celestial Academy could hear it. The soul sage was furious. This Gu Shaosong really doesn't know when to stop. He actually incited so many people to cause trouble. This is really despicable, and that young Master Liang is really too much. Of all people, why did he provoke this Gu Shaosong? This Gu Shaosong is a thorn in the side. He has the same temper as my master, that old bastard. However, he could not truly offend them. After all, the Formation Academy controlled all of the grand formations in the Tianyi Academy. Even the Grand Mountain Protecting Formation was controlled by the Formation Academy. If he were to infuriate that old man, he would not care about the consequences. But now, if he didn't deal with him, things wouldn't be easy to deal with. The soul sage forcefully suppressed the anger in his heart and said to Gu Shaosong, "Gu Shaosong, take him and leave this place first. It's not good for you to stay in the elixir department." Influence? Does your alchemy academy still have to consider the impact? Gu Shaosong said in a clear voice, "A person like young Master Liang can also become the chief disciple of your school of medicinal pills. What influence is there to talk about? Instead of studying the art of pill concoction, he resorts to using crooked methods to attack others. He relies on the Alchemy Academy to wantonly bully the disciples of other academies. Does the Alchemy Academy still have any face left?" That's right. Brother Gu is right. That bastard Liang doesn't deserve to be the chief disciple of the Alchemy Academy. He also doesn't deserve to be a student of the Tianyi Academy. Expel that bastard Liang. Expel that bastard Liang. Everyone shouted loudly. The Soul Sage and Zhong-san knew that things were not going well. They didn't notice it before, but now they realized that none of the people in front of them were easy to deal with. These people were either the disciples of the deans of the other academies or the disciples of the big clans. They were all monstrous geniuses. Bastard. Young Master Liang is a bastard. What a scammer. It's not enough to provoke one person. He provoked so many people. Moreover, all of them have powerful backgrounds. This bastard. At this moment, even Zhong-san wanted to kill him. Just when the Soul Sage and Zhong-san were trembling with anger, but they had no way to vent their anger, Yang Hongwu walked out. He said in a clear voice, "Everyone, please be quiet." When Yang Hongwu walked out, everyone quieted down. The originally noisy scene became so quiet that even a pin drop could be heard. The Soul Sage and Zhong-san's expressions became even uglier. As the two deans of the Alchemy Academy, their words were useless. They didn't have any prestige. However, when Yang Hongwu stood out and said a sentence, everyone quieted down. Wasn't this a slap in the face? They were the deans of the Alchemy Academy. How could they be inferior to a student? In fact, they hadn't realized that they had already been slapped in the face. The dignified dean of the School of Alchemy was only a 6th grade alchemist, while a student, a mere arcane embryo realm student, had become a 7th grade alchemist and a pill king. Yang Hongwu, you've come at the right time. What's going on? The Soul Sage looked at Yang Hongwu. His tone was arrogant. He was completely different from when he went to recruit Yang Hongwu. He was so amiable and humble. You'll have to ask young Master Liang about this. Yang Hongwu wasn't too pleased with the Soul Sage's attitude. Therefore, he didn't bother to be courteous with his words. Originally, this fella had helped him, and Yang Hongwu wanted to return the favor. He hadn't expected the Soul Sage to have such an attitude. It seemed like the previous incident wasn't as simple as he thought. This time, the Soul Sage was in a bad mood because of the incident in the Alchemy Academy. Therefore, he revealed his true colors. What kind of attitude is this? This is the dean of our Alchemy Academy. You have to know your status. You're just an ordinary student. You're not even a direct disciple. At this moment, Zhong-sun spoke. He looked at Yang Hongwu, and his tone was not friendly at all. Know my status? Gu Xiaosong was happy when he saw this. This was a good opportunity to get closer to Yang Hongwu. You're the vice dean, right? Gu Xiaosong looked at Zhong-san and said, "You want to compare your status with Pill King Yang? Are you sure you're qualified? What kind of status does Pill King Yang have? He's a respected Pill King. No matter where he goes, he'll be treated with the highest respect. You're just a rank 6 alchemist. Don't you know the difference between a rank 7 alchemist and a rank 6 alchemist? Don't you know that a Pill King status is equal to the leaders of the 4 great academies?" Zhong-sen's face darkened when he heard this. This was a disgrace to them. Chapter 328. Jingshen finger reappears, that's right. What a disgrace. How dare he talk about status with others? It's obvious that he's not a good person. No wonder there aren't many good students from the College of Elixir Pills. If he didn't have the title of an alchemist, he wouldn't be able to survive anywhere. Yes, I think so. If he were in our family, he would have been beaten to death. Hearing these people's discussion, the Soul Sage and Zhong-san were furious. Their chests were about to explode. Damn it, these bastards. It seemed that all of this was caused by that little bastard, Yang Hongwu. Damn it. If I had known, I would have killed this bastard directly. Then, all of this wouldn't have happened. This group of people is not good. Zhong-san, who couldn't suppress the anger in his heart, finally exploded. He released his powerful aura again. A cold light flashed in his eyes as he struck out with his palm. His main target was Gu Xiaosong, who was leading the group. This guy was a troublemaker. He was even more hateful than Yang Hongwu. In Zhong-sen's heart, Gu Xiaosong was the most damned person. He unleashed all of his cultivation, which was at primordial soul 4th stage. Although Gu Xiaosong was a genius, he was a genius in array formations. His cultivation had not reached primordial soul 4th stage. Zhong-sen's attack was also unexpected. Gu Xiaosong didn't expect Zhong's son to attack him with all of his strength. Looking at the palm strike, Gu Xiaosong was horrified. He thought to himself, I'm dead. Yang Hanwu had long been aware of this. How could he let Zhong's son kill Gu Xiaosong? Of course, if he killed Gu Xiaosong, the matter would be blown out of proportion. It would be beneficial for him. However, Yang Hanwu didn't want to do this. He had his own bottom line. No matter what, Gu Xiaosong was trying to help him. How could he watch Gu Xiaosong be killed by Zhong's son? Therefore, Yang Hanwu made his move. The moment Zhong's son made his move, he made his move. Jingshan Finger, Jingshan Finger. Zhong's son was a fourth-step primordial spirit realm warrior. Even if his main identity was an alchemist and his combat prowess was weaker than the average person, he was still not to be underestimated. Yang Hanwu did not dare to be careless. He used one of his most powerful trump cards, the Jingshan Finger. With a single point of his finger, all the ghosts and deities were frightened and retreated. This finger seemed to have come from the ancient era, and it carried an ancient and terrifying power. His frightening aura made the soul sages standing to one side feel terrified and afraid. The finger hit Zhong Sen's palm. After a muffled sound, the two powerful forces collided and exploded. Zhong Sen's entire body was pushed back. Yang Hanwu retreated a few steps. Within the courtyard, the solid ground beneath his feet had been blasted apart. Gravel flew everywhere, and dust flew everywhere. The originally flat ground had been blasted into a large crater. From below, a pillar of water had shot out, creating a spring. Gu Xiaosong had just escaped from death and recovered from the shock. He was very grateful to Yang Hanwu. At the same time, he was shocked by Yang Hanwu's strength. Xian Embryo Realm Level 6. Was he only at Xian Embryo Realm Level 6? To think that a Grade 7 alchemist, a warrior at the 6th level of the Arcane Embryo Realm, would have such terrifying combat strength. That finger attack was too terrifying. It could actually block the full force attack of a 4th-step Primordial Soul Realm Weisstein. What kind of realm was he in? What kind of strength was he? A genius? What was a genius? There is probably no disciple more outstanding than him in the entire Celestial Academy. He was a genius in cultivation and a genius among geniuses in alchemy. What kind of monstrous talent was this? How could such a person appear in the ancient desolate continent? Even in the ancient region, such a genius would most likely be a top-notch figure. Gu Xiaosong was ecstatic when he thought about what he had done. He had done the right thing. This was probably the wisest decision he had ever made in his life. Gu Xiaosong was not the only one who was shocked. Everyone present was shocked, especially the Soul Sages and Zhong's senator. The two of them were especially shocked. For Zhong's son, he was very clear about the concept of his all-out attack. Such a powerful attack of his was actually blocked by Yang Hanwu with a single finger. Yang Hanwu's finger was too terrifying. It was too terrifying. One had to know that his cultivation was only at Xian Embryo Realm Level 6. He was only at Xian Embryo Realm Level 6, but he was able to resist the all-out attack of a 4th-step Primordial Spirit Realm Warrior. Moreover, he felt a supreme aura from that finger. It was an ancient and unparalleled power. How terrifying would it be if his strength reached the half-step Primordial Spirit Realm? No, he did not need to reach the half-step Primordial Spirit Realm. He only needed to break through 1 or 2 levels. Perhaps no one in the ancient desolate continent would be a match for him. At the very least, no one would be able to resist his terrifying finger technique. At this moment, the Soul Sages were filled with regret. It would be great if he had not treated Yang Hanwu like that. Such a terrifying genius. Judging from his current performance, his finger technique was enough to stand shoulder to shoulder with him. Moreover, he was a Grade 7 alchemist, which was 1 level higher than him. He could concoct Grade 7 pills. Think about it. With enough pills to support him, would his cultivation progress be slow? Of course not. Looking at his cultivation base, the difference between the last time he saw him and now was too great. In just a few months, his cultivation base had already reached the 6th level of the mysterious embryo realm. How can an ordinary person achieve such a cultivation speed? It was probably only possible with the support of grade 7 pills. Furthermore, he must have had a fortuitous encounter in the Morning Soul Mountain range to have such a terrifying finger technique. This fortuitous encounter was incomparable to the fortuitous encounters of the other people who had entered the Morning Soul Mountain range. It was much more powerful. The batch of geniuses who had entered the Morning Soul Mountain range had all made great progress. Based on the different fortuitous encounters, their progress was different. The benefits they had obtained were also different. However, there was no doubt that the fortuitous encounters and opportunities that they had obtained were enough to benefit them for the rest of their lives. The person who had benefited the most was Yang Hongwu. He had most likely obtained the inheritance of a terrifying expert in the Morning Soul Mountain range. A venerable. According to the rumors, the Morning Soul Mountain range was the tomb of a venerable master named Venerable Morning Soul. It seemed like Yang Hongwu had obtained the inheritance of Venerable Morning Soul. The inheritance of a venerable was something that even the old antiques in the ancient region would be jealous of. Yang Hongwu had obtained the inheritance of a venerable? At the thought of this, the soul sage looked at Yang Hongwu differently. His eyes were filled with jealousy and greed. Chapter 329. Compensation and Apology. Dean Zhong. How awe-inspiring. After Yang Hongwu recovered a little, he looked at Zhong-san and said, "Are you planning to silence me?" Killing people to keep their mouths shut was a huge accusation on his head. The soul sage knew that things weren't looking good. Zhong-san was just like his idiotic disciple. Both of them were incapable of accomplishing anything, but they were good at ruining things. Don't mention it, Pil King Yang. Zhong-san was just being impulsive. I believe he didn't do it on purpose. The soul sage had no choice but to lower his status and plead for Zhong Sr. Dean Zhong, hurry up and apologize to Gu Xiaosong and Pil King Yang. Zhong Sen's face darkened, but he knew that he was being too impulsive. Apologizing to two students in front of everyone was embarrassing and irritating, but he had no choice. He had no choice but to do it now. He hated Yang Hongwu to the core, and so did Gu Xiaosong. Yang Hongwu was a huge threat to him. Such a person would be terrifying when he grew up. If he could resist his full strength attack now, how strong would he be in the future? A monstrous genius, too monstrous. He even had a grudge with him. He had to die. Otherwise, he wouldn't feel safe at all. Gu Xiaosong, I'm sorry. I was too impulsive. I shouldn't have attacked you. Zhong's son bowed helplessly. Please forgive me. Is it enough to just apologize? If I didn't do it, I'm afraid Gu Xiaosong would have been killed by you. Yang Hongwu said coldly. If an apology is useful, then what's the point of having an enforcer academy? Why do we still need an enforcer team? Yes, Pil King Yang is right. If an apology is useful, then why do we still need an enforcer team? Gu Xiaosong was also furious. If Yang Hongwu hadn't saved him, his life would have been over. How could Yang Hongwu let the matter go so easily with just a few words? How is that possible? Uncle Zhong, I'll remember this. I'll tell my master. Gu Xiaosong was not someone who could be bullied. If he had not been caught off guard, he would not have been beaten to death. There would be plenty of opportunities to take revenge. However, now is not the time. As long as the other party was still a member of the Celestial Academy, there would be 100 ways to take revenge. You, Dean Zhong. The soul sage hurriedly stopped Zhong-san when he saw that Zhong-san was about to say something else. This bastard, isn't the trouble we've caused enough? He still wanted to cause trouble. Dean Zhong-san was in the wrong this time. I apologize on his behalf. In addition, we will give Marshal Nisku a satisfactory answer. The soul sage said, How about this? This is a 9-origin spirit condensing pill that I obtained from an ancient ruin. It's extremely helpful in condensing the power of the soul. It's a semi-grade 7 pill, and its value isn't inferior to a grade 7 pill. Take it as an apology to Marshal Nephew Gu. The soul sage reluctantly took out an exquisite jade bottle as he spoke. This pill was the best pill he had. He had originally planned to give it to his disciple to refine the power of the soul. However, he had no choice but to take it out now. The GUN spirit condensing elixir was good stuff. Once Gu Xiaosong got his hands on the elixir, he should be able to break through the second step of the primordial spirit realm and enter the third step of the primordial spirit realm without any side effects. Such an elixir was hard to come by. Even Yang Hongwu would not be able to obtain it. It was very difficult to concoct this pill. What was even more difficult was the ingredients needed to concoct this pill. Gu Xiaosong naturally did not refuse. This pill would be of great help to him. However, before he accepted it, he would still ask for Yang Hongwu's opinion. If he did not agree, he would not accept it. Yang Hongwu was very surprised by Gu Xiaosong's actions. Of course, he would not let Gu Xiaosong refuse. Instead, he nodded. All right, since Dean Soul Sage is so sincere, I will not pursue the matter any further. Gu Xiaosong knew that it would be very difficult to deal with Zhong San, who was the vice dean of the academy. Even his master, a dean, would not be able to easily deal with a vice dean, let alone a dean of another academy. The position of the alchemy department in the Celestial Academy was not to be underestimated. The alchemy department had the highest status in the entire academy. Even the law enforcement department could not compare to it. Therefore, the pill in front of him was more practical. However, although I won't pursue the matter of Vice Dean Zhong San trying to kill me, we still have to deal with Elixir King Yang and Young Master Liang. This doesn't mean that we won't care about Elixir King Yang's matter. Gu Xiaosong took the elixir and changed the topic. The corner of the Soul Sage's mouth twitched. Mother of Asterisk Kerr, this little bastard. He took the pill and still wants to cause trouble. What a bastard. However, the Soul Sage had no choice. He could only smile apologetically and say, "Yes, you are right." Although the alchemy department had a high status in the Celestial Academy, it was difficult to offend the public. Moreover, the position of the alchemy department in the Celestial Academy had been in jeopardy ever since Yang Hongwu, a rank 7 alchemist and Pill King, had appeared. Otherwise, the Soul Sage would not have tried to recruit Yang Hongwu into the alchemy department. Of course, we have to deal with the matter of Pill King Yang. However, what exactly happened? Could you please tell us? The Soul Sage's tone was very humble. It was hard to believe that he was the dean of the alchemy department. However, this situation made the students feel very relieved. The alchemy department had always been very arrogant. In the past, they had to give a lot of benefits when they asked for pills. Furthermore, they had to depend on the mood of the other party. If the students of the alchemy department were like this, then the dean, the Soul Sage, was even more so. Even the deans of other departments had to reject the Soul Sage if they wanted to ask for a pill. The situation is like this. The chief disciple of the alchemy department, young Master Liang, and Elder Zhao Tiansan's disciple, Huang Lang, colluded to deal with Pill King Yang. They threatened the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. If the Flying Phoenix Pavilion did not submit to them, they would eradicate the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. What's more despicable is that they even said that they wanted Pill King Yang's woman to accompany them. They are too despicable. They are more despicable than scoundrels. They are simply devils. That's right. A group of people added fuel to the fire. One after another, they revealed the entire situation. They described young Master Liang and Huang Lang as despicable as they could be. Sores on the top of their heads and pus on the bottom of their feet were not enough to describe them. The Soul Sage and Zhong San were even more furious. Although young Master Liang was a bastard, was he really that despicable? Chapter 330. Young Master Liang's Fear in Battle Wolf Pavilion. Huang Lang and young Master Liang were drinking and having fun, surrounded by a few beautiful women. Huang Lang reached out and hugged one of the women in his arms. That woman fed him a cup of wine. How is it? My place is not bad, right? Huang Lang looked at young Master Liang proudly. This brat was still pretending to be virtuous. Men were all the same. There was no difference. Not bad. Young Master Liang leaned against a woman and took a sip of wine as he said. However, compared to the women in the Flying Phoenix Pavilion, they are still lacking. Wait until we have the Flying Phoenix Pavilion in our hands. Then we'll enjoy ourselves. Brother Liang, don't worry. When the time comes, we'll split the women in the Flying Phoenix Pavilion. Huang Lang smiled, as if the Flying Phoenix Pavilion was already in his hands. At this moment, the door was pushed open and a person rushed in. Huang Lang frowned. His subordinates knew his personality well. When he was enjoying himself, they would not come in and disturb him. Once they came in, it meant that something big had happened. What's going on? Master, it's not good. Something big has happened. The person said in a panic. Speak. Yang Hongwu is here. Yang Hongwu is here. What's so scary about that brat? Isn't he just an elixir king? Huang Lang heard that and felt that it was not a big deal. Yang Hongwu's arrival was within his expectations. But so what? Huang Lang was not afraid of him at all. A mere mysterious embryo realm warrior, he could easily kill him. Although he was an elixir king, a dead 7th grade alchemist, a dead elixir king was nothing. He did not believe that someone would offend his master for a dead elixir king. Young Master Liang was different. If things were that simple, he would have killed Yang Hongwu with his own hands. However, things were not that simple. He knew what an elixir king meant to those old guys. In the Channy Academy, there were a lot of old people. Most of these old people had reached the end of their lifespan. A 7th grade alchemist had brought them the hope of a breakthrough, the hope of prolonging their lifespan. Once the hopes of these old fellows were shattered, it would definitely be a terrifying signal. They wouldn't think of anything else when they went crazy. Seeing how arrogant this guy was, young Master Liang started to wonder if he had made a mistake by cooperating with this simple-minded pervert. Reality proved that not only was he wrong, he was gravely wrong. Targeting the Flying Phoenix Pavilion? Openly dealing with Yang Hongwu was the stupidest idea. No, it's not just Yang Hongwu. There's a lot of people. Among them are the dean and vice dean of the medicine department, as well as some other geniuses from other schools. What? The dean and vice dean of the Academy of Pills? Liang Xiao stood up abruptly. The dean was a soul sage, and the vice dean was his master. Zhong Senator, what were they doing here? Was the matter exposed? This was troublesome. Liang Xiao felt like he was sitting on pins and needles. The dean had told him before that if he were to harm Yang Hongwu again, he wouldn't let him go. This time, he actually came with his master. Things were going to be troublesome. However, with his master here, he didn't have to worry about his life being in danger. After all, his master wouldn't just watch him get beaten to death by a soul sage. However, his future days wouldn't be so easy. This was what annoyed and depressed Liang Xiao the most. I didn't expect your master and the dean of the medicine department to come. Huang Lang said to Liang Xiao. However, what are they doing here? They even came with Yang Hongwu. Could it be that Yang Hongwu has already agreed to join the medicine department and become a student of the medicine department? If that's the case with you in the medicine department, wouldn't it be easy to deal with Yang Hongwu? How could things be so simple? This idiot. If he enters the medicine department, I won't be able to keep my position. It's a fool's dream to deal with him. In the medicine department, he has a soul sage protecting him. Who would dare to offend him? What a joke. Even his own master wouldn't dare to do anything to Yang Hongwu. If he were to touch Yang Hongwu, wouldn't he be courting death? How could he not know the temperament of the soul sage dean? This person looked peaceful and amiable, but who in the alchemy school didn't know that this dean was a very cruel person? If anyone dared to play tricks in front of him and he found out about it, their ending would be very miserable. In the past, a few geniuses and an elder of the medicine department joined forces to resist an order from the soul sage. In the end, that elder and those geniuses disappeared. No one knew where they went. However, those with discerning eyes all knew that those people had been killed by their headmaster. It was also because of that incident that the soul sage's prestige as the dean was established. No one dared to go against him. Even his own master had always wanted to become the dean of the medicine department and chase the soul sage out. However, he wouldn't do it unless he had absolute confidence. I'm afraid things aren't what you think. I'm afraid things have been exposed. Young Master Liang laughed bitterly. This time, we are in big trouble. Oh, why do you think so? Isn't your master still here? Huang Lang patted young Master Liang's shoulder. Do you think your master, the dean of the medicine department, will tolerate a student suppressing them? That's impossible. Therefore, you don't have to worry. Even if Yang Hongwu joins the medicine department, he will only be used. Once he loses his value, his time of death will come. Although Huang Lang looked stupid, there were some things that he could see clearly. Perhaps this was another case of those involved being unable to see clearly. Young Master Liang was a student of the School of Alchemy. He only had one thought in his mind, and that was if Yang Hongwu became a student of the School of Alchemy, then his position as the head disciple would be lost. However, Huang Lang looked at it from a different angle. None of the elders in the school, including the dean and the sole sage, were rank 7 alchemists. Yang Hongwu, on the other hand, was only at the arcane embryo realm. He wasn't even 20 years old, but he was already a rank 7 alchemist. There had to be a huge secret behind this. A secret that could allow someone to break through the ranks of rank 6 alchemists and become a rank 7 alchemist. The Soul Sage and the others wanted Yang Hongwu to join the medicine department because of this secret. Chapter 331. Chapter 331. The end of Liang Xiao. Young Master Liang, Huang Lang, get out here. Young Master Liang and Huang Lang looked at each other. Sure enough, they didn't come with good intentions. It seemed that things were really troublesome. Young Master Liang was having a headache. This was all because of that bastard Yang Hongwu. At this moment, young Master Liang was still unrepentant. He pushed the blame to others and did not reflect on himself at all. If you don't come out, I will destroy your pavilion. Gu Xiaosong's voice was very loud. Let's take it one step at a time. With my master around, there shouldn't be too much danger. With our positions, Yang Hongwu, that little bastard, won't dare to act recklessly. My master won't let him act recklessly either. Regarding this point, Liang Xiao was still somewhat confident. Besides, even if he wanted to make a move, he did not have the strength to do so. However, what they didn't know was that Yang Hongwu's combat power far exceeded their imagination. Even if their master made a move, he might not necessarily be Yang Hongwu's match. If they had known this earlier, they wouldn't have had the guts to deal with Yang Hongwu. They wouldn't have dared to do so even if they were given 10 guts. The two of them walked out. Bastard, get over here. Zhong Sun was furious when he saw young Master Liang. That bastard. If it weren't for him, he wouldn't have been humiliated like this. The Soul Sage was also furious. He wanted to beat Liang Xiao to death. As for Huang Lang, they wouldn't ask about it. Huang Lang's master, Zhao Tiancan, was a grand elder. If they dealt with Huang Lang, they would offend Zhao Tiancan. They wouldn't do such a thing. Huang Lang would be dealt with by Yang Hongwu himself. Of course, young Master Liang would also be handed over to Yang Hongwu to vent his anger and let Gu Xiaosong and the others vent their dissatisfaction. Even though Zhong Sun was extremely unwilling, he was still his disciple after all. No matter how vicious Zhong Sun was, he still had feelings for him after so many years. She didn't feel good watching him die. Master Dean, why are you here? Young Master Liang looked at their angry expressions and was afraid. He forced a smile on his face. Why are we here? You still have the cheek to say that? What did you do? Tell me honestly, and I might be lenient with you. Zhong Sun said coldly. Although he was very angry on the surface, the meaning of his words was obviously to help him. What is it? Master, I didn't do anything. Young Master Liang said innocently. Recently, I've been drinking here with Yellow Wolf. If you don't believe me, you can ask junior brother Yellow Wolf. That's right, Senior. Is there a misunderstanding here? Senior brother Liang has been drinking with me for the past few days. Although he's been neglecting his cultivation, there's a need for relaxation in the path of cultivation. Only then will he be able to achieve the best results for his cultivation. No? Huang Lang replied. Huang Lang, don't think that you can do whatever you want just because your master is Elder Zhao. Pil King Yang will come looking for you, and that's none of my business. However, young Master Liang is a student of my alchemy school. Don't you dare interrupt. The Soul Sage glared coldly at Huang Lang. He didn't have a good impression of the young man. Huang Lang's expression didn't look good. Although you're the dean of the alchemy school, you don't have to give me any face. However, he didn't say anything. No matter how stupid he was, he wouldn't be stupid enough to go against the dean of an alchemy school. Someone who could become the dean of an alchemy school had to be terrifyingly strong. He couldn't be any more clear. The strength of Soul Sage wasn't any weaker than his master. In terms of status, the soul sage was much higher than his master. After all, he was the dean of the alchemy school. "You unfilial disciple, kneel down and apologize to Pil King Yang." Zhong's son grabbed young Master Liang and pushed him to the ground. Young Master Liang was stunned. He didn't think that his master would ask him to kowtow to Yang Hongwu. This was worse than killing him. "Master, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't offend him. Why should I kowtow to him?" Young Master Liang said angrily. "Little bastard, you still dare to play dumb and go back on your words?" Zhong's son was furious. This bastard, he still dares to go back on his words at this time. Zhong's son slapped young Master Liang's face hard, and a bright red palm print appeared on his face. "I'm saving him, but this bastard still doesn't know how to repent. I'm so angry. Why did I choose such a bastard as my disciple?" Young Master Liang was completely stunned. His master, who had always doted on him, was furious this time and even hit him without mercy. Young Master Liang's mouth was bleeding. There was a trace of hatred in his eyes. He looked at Zhong's son and said angrily, "Old thing, you hit me? You hit me for an outsider? Old thing?" Zhong's son's mouth twitched. His lungs were about to explode from anger. He actually called him an old thing, deceiving his master and destroying his ancestors. This was simply deceiving his master and destroying his ancestors. "Bastard, you've grown wings, haven't you? How dare you call me an old thing?" Zhong's son slapped him again. Seeing that it was about to hit young Master Liang's face, young Master Liang moved. A cold light burst out from his eyes. He punched out, and his fist hit Zhong Sen's wrist, blocking the slap. "Oh, you actually dare to fight back." Zhong's son was even more furious. This little bastard, not only did he talk back to him, he even dared to hit him. "Today I'll clean up the school." As he said that, the furious Zhong San attacked. He slapped out with a terrifying force on his right hand. This was the move he used to deal with Gu Xiaosong. It was so powerful that it was impossible to block it unless one's strength was at the fourth step of the primordial spirit realm. Using such a powerful attack showed that he was completely disappointed in young Master Liang. That little bastard had caused such a huge impact on the school and him. Not only did he not know how to repent, he even dared to talk back to him and even made a move against him. He might as well just kill him and settle this matter. That way, he would be able to minimize the negative effects of this matter. Zhong Sun was also a ruthless person. Although young Master Liang was his disciple and was trained by him since young, he was almost like a son to him. However, once he became a stumbling block and was no longer useful to him, he could throw him away and kick him away at any time. At this moment, young Master Liang had become an abandoned pawn. Young Master Liang was terrified. After saying those words and throwing out that punch, he regretted it. It was true that he was a grade 7 alchemist and the chief disciple of the College of Elixir Pills. However, this time, it was all because he had a good master, which was Zhong's senator. He was hot-headed and angered him. It was over, it was over. Chapter 332. Invitation again, wait. The soul sage stopped him. There's no need to do this to clean up the school. Since young Master Liang has offended Pil King Yang, it's better to let Pil King Yang deal with this matter. What if people say that our school killed him to silence him, and that we were the ones who instigated the attack on Pil King Yang? Yes, you're right. Zhong Sun nodded. He realized that his self-cultivation skills were still not up to par. If he really killed young Master Liang, if someone slandered that the matter of young Master Liang forcing Yang Hongwu to deal with Yang Hongwu was instigated by the College of Medicinal Pills, then he wouldn't be able to explain himself. Yang Hongwu's identity as a pill king was too sensitive. Countless old fellows wanted to ask him for a pill king to break through their bottleneck. Even he was tempted. If word got out that the Pill Academy was the one who wanted to deal with Yang Hongwu, the other major powers wouldn't let it go. Young Master Liang, who had wanted to fight to the death, rolled his eyes when he heard the soul sage's words. His life was saved this time. Although Yang Hongwu was domineering, he could definitely save his life if he joined him and became his servant. However, his master was different. He could definitely kill him. If the soul sage hadn't stopped him, his life would have been over. Huang Lang felt uneasy when he saw what happened to young Master Liang. He didn't expect Yang Hongwu to be so powerful. Young Master Liang was the head disciple of the school of medicinal pills. Even his master wanted to kill him to clean up the mess. Huang Lang's status wasn't much higher than young Master Liang's. His hair stood on end when he thought of this. Would he end up like young Master Liang? Would he be killed by his master too? He remembered that his master had ordered people to ask Yang Hongwu for pills, even if it meant paying a huge price. He regretted it now. He was too focused on playing with women to remember this. It was too late to regret it now. What kind of woman couldn't he find? Why did he take a fancy to Yang Hongwu's woman? Regret. It was too late. What should he do? That's right. Give him women, treasures, and spiritual herbs. Huang Lang's eyes lit up. As long as he gave Yang Hongwu enough benefits, it shouldn't be a problem for him to let this go. After all, he had only pursued Yang Hongwu's woman and didn't succeed. Pill King Yang. Zhong Sun said to Yang Hongwu as Huang Lang plotted his plan. This traitorous disciple dares try to harm you. I'll leave him in your hands now. You can do whatever you want with him. Zhong Sun was extremely fast and sealed young Master Liang's cultivation in just a breath. Young Master Liang was terrified. His heart was filled with hatred. This D*Ned old man actually left a trick on him. He didn't trust him at all. Damn it, this was too damn. He couldn't even curse at Yang Hongwu now. Not only was his cultivation sealed, but his ability to move and speak were also restricted. Yang Hongwu furrowed his brows. Since things had come to this point, he didn't want to cause trouble for the Alchemy Academy anymore. However, Yang Hongwu knew that this was only temporary. Although the soul sage hid it well, Yang Hongwu could still see the greed in his eyes. Zhong Sun wasn't any better. His killing intent seemed to be directed at Liang Xiaoyan, but it was actually directed at Yang Hongwu. Good. You want to do something secretly? Very good. Yang Hongwu was not worried at all. His strength was improving all the time. Moreover, the speed of his improvement was astonishing. As long as his cultivation increased to the next level and he reached the 7th level of the mysterious embryo stage, no one in the ancient desolate continent would be a match for him. If he reached the 10th level of the mysterious embryo stage, no one in the ancient desolate continent would be able to kill him. All right, I won't disturb the two deans any longer. I'll get someone to take Liang Xiaoyan away. Also, I have to deal with Huang Lang. Please go ahead. Yang Hongwu brought Liang Xiaoyan over and handed him over to Gu Xiaosong. Gu Xiaosong was flattered that Yang Hongwu handed Liang Xiaoyan over to him. Did Yang Hongwu already treat him as one of his own? Then I won't disturb Elixir King Yang any longer. Oh yes, what I said to Elixir King Yang before still stands. If Elixir King Yang is willing to join my Alchemy Academy, I'm willing to treat you as the Vice Dean. If Elixir King Yang is willing to become the Dean, I'm even willing to give up my position as the Dean. Zhong Sun was very nervous when he heard that. Vice Dean? Wasn't that his position? If Yang Hongwu became the Vice Dean of the Alchemy Academy, wouldn't he have to give up his position? Hence, he was very nervous and quickly asked, Dean? Yang Hongwu was secretly shocked when he heard that. Everyone present was also very shocked. In order to rope in Yang Hongwu, the Elixir King, he was willing to give up his position as the Dean. Wasn't this price too high? Dean, there's no need for that. How can I be the Dean of the Alchemy Academy? Yang Hongwu shook his head when he heard that. Yang Hongwu wasn't interested in the Dean of the Alchemy Academy at all. Looking at the greedy look in the Soul Sage's eyes, he was sure that the Soul Sage wanted something from him. He probably wanted the things that would make him a Tier 7 alchemist. The Soul Sage wanted the treasures on him. How could he really let him become the Dean of the Alchemy Academy? Furthermore, it could be seen that the Soul Sage was a very scheming person. He was also very greedy for power. Haha, don't be in such a hurry to reject me. The Soul Sage smiled when he heard that. He knew that Yang Hongwu wouldn't agree so easily. Perhaps he was still brooding about the matter of young Master Liang dealing with him. He might even suspect that this matter was instigated by them. There's plenty of time. Answer me when you've thought it through. You can enter my Alchemy Academy at any time. The doors of my Alchemy Academy are always open to you. Yang Hongwu couldn't reject him too directly. As the saying goes, one doesn't hit a smiling person. Thank you very much, Dean. Chapter 333. Killing Huang Lang after the Soul Sage and the others left. Yang Hongwu looked at Huang Lang and said coldly, "You're Huang Lang, the bastard who threatened to make my woman accompany you?" Misunderstanding. This is a misunderstanding, Yellow Wolf hurriedly said with a smile. A misunderstanding. Yang Hongwu sneered. Do you take me for a fool? It really is a misunderstanding. If I knew she was Pil King Yang's woman, I wouldn't have dared to have any ideas about her. Misunderstanding. Huang Lang, right? Come to the ring of life and death. Yang Hongwu looked at him. The ring of life and death? When Huang Lang heard this, he laughed. This Yang Hongwu actually wanted to fight him in the life and death arena. He was a mysterious embryo realm martial artist, yet he wanted to fight him in the life and death arena. Wasn't this courting death? Are you sure you want to fight me in the ring of life and death? Huang Lang asked. That's right. Let's fight on the ring of life and death. Yang Hongwu said coldly. I hate it when people have ideas about my woman. I'll kill them in the cradle. Pil King Yang, you can't do that. Those who did not know Yang Hongwu's strength jumped in fright. Wasn't he courting death by going up against a third-step primordial soul realm expert in the Samsara arena as a mystic embryo realm warrior? Only Gu Shaosong and the others weren't worried. Pil King Yang Hongwu's strength was beyond their reach. Even a fourth-step primordial spirit expert like Zhong Sun might not be a match for him. How could Huang Lang be a match for him? Huang Lang was dead for sure this time, and he would die a horrible death. All right, that's what you said. Huang Lang was overjoyed. Fighting him in the ring of life and death was the same as courting death. This way, he could kill him openly without any threat. Even the leader wouldn't be able to say anything if he killed him in the ring of life and death. The group soon arrived at the ring of life and death. Yang Hongwu leaped up and walked into the ring of life and death. Huang Lang did a graceful somersault and landed on the stage. Pil King Yang Hongwu, I respect you as a Pil King, so I'll let you have 3 moves first. Huang Lang looked at Yang Hongwu with confidence, as if victory was already in sight. Gu Shaosong and the others burst into laughter after hearing Huang Lang's words. This was the funniest joke they had ever heard. Huang Lang was just a playboy, yet he wanted to give Dan King Yang 3 moves. It was ridiculous. His strength was so strong that even his master, Zhao Tiancan, might not be his match. You'll give me 3 moves? Yang Hongwu's eyes were filled with disdain as he said, Do you know that once I make a move, you will lose your life? Are you sure you want to give me 3 moves? Huh? Huang Lang laughed madly. Pil King Yang, your joke is a bit too much. Do you think I'm weaker than you? Don't you see the situation clearly? I have the combat strength of a third-step primordial soul realm expert, while you're merely at the 6th level of the mystic embryo realm. You won't be my match even if I give you 100 or even 1,000 moves, let alone 3. Since you are in a hurry to die, I will fulfill your wish. Yang Hongwu's eyes flashed with a cold light. He clenched his fists, and a terrifying murderous aura was released from Yang Hongwu's body. The murderous aura caused the surrounding air to turn cold. It was as if the air had frozen. Such a murderous aura, such a terrifying murderous aura, frightened Huang Lang. How many people had this kid killed? He was only at the mystic embryo realm. How could he have killed so many people? At this moment, he also realized the seriousness of the situation. Yang Hongwu's strength was terrifying. He knew that Huang Lang's cultivation was only at the 3rd step of the primordial soul realm, yet he still dared to fight with him. It turned out that he had the strength to back it up. Killing fist of all directions, Azura's destruction. Yang Hongwu shouted softly as he punched out with both fists. Terrifying murderous aura condensed on the fist force and formed a terrifying Azura. These terrifying attacks were filled with murderous aura, as if they were gods of death from the Azura realm. The terrifying murderous aura transformed into mountains of corpses and seas of bones. It was the Azura realm of hell. Boom! Huang Lang's terrifying fists smashed out heavily. Looking at the terrifying fists and feeling the terrifying murderous aura, Huang Lang knew that this attack would determine his life and death. If he couldn't block it, only death would await him. He couldn't understand. Yang Hanwu was only at the mystic embryo realm. How could his combat strength be so terrifying? He had heard of the killing fist of all directions before. It should be the fist technique of the Bai family, one of the top 10 families in the ancient region. Moreover, it was a secret technique that was not passed down to outsiders. How did he know about it? Could he be a disciple of the Bai family? However, it was said that even the disciples of the Bai family were not qualified to practice the true killing fist of all directions unless they were core disciples or super geniuses. Battle Wolf Body, activate. Huang Lang didn't have time to think. He activated his battle body and burned it to the extreme. Battle Wolf Roar. A powerful shadow of a battle wolf appeared behind Huang Lang's back. This battle wolf looked like a demon god from the heavens. It shined brightly and emitted a terrifying aura. Yang Hanwu was also surprised. This battle wolf body had some merits. Although the battle wolf body was slightly inferior to the immortal body, it was still a rare battle bloodline. The battle wolf let out a long howl, and a terrifying sound wave spread out. In the distance, some of the weaker people were unable to withstand this terrifying sound wave attack. Many people started bleeding from their 7 orifices. Gu Xiaosong frowned. With a wave of his hand, a series of seals flew out and formed a huge array, blocking the terrifying sound wave outside. Gu Xiaosong's strength was unquestionable. He was able to set up such a powerful array with just a wave of his hand. Many people were grateful to him. On the life and death arena, Yang Hongwu's terrifying fists had already struck out and landed in front of Huang Lang. The battle wolf collided with the Shura formed by the fist force. The power exploded, and the momentum was very terrifying. When the terrifying power exploded, Yang Hongwu was forced to take a few steps back while Huang Lang was sent flying. Yang Hongwu looked at Huang Lang, who was sent flying, and used the dragon soaring 9 heavens movement technique to chase after him. Then, he threw another punch. This punch didn't use the killing fist of all directions, but the power was fierce and domineering. The momentum was like a mountain collapsing. This fist technique was the most common fist technique that Yang Hongwu had ever learned. It was the mountain collapsing fist. Crack! Huang Lang couldn't dodge at all. His chest was hit by Yang Hongwu's fist. With a cracking sound, his chest caved in. His bones were shattered. His heart was also shattered. After heavily hitting a pillar, he spat out a mouthful of blood and internal organs. Then his eyes widened and he lost his life. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.